Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and it's Friday, which means Friday happy hour. I don't know about y'all, man. Anytime you get a weekend going in the right direction, that just really sets the tone for the entire weekend. On top of that, we got a longer weekend because of Memorial Day. So I know some of us here at Chat Sports are off for the next 3 days. So I'm telling you all this right now. I had one hell of a time over the past week in Cancun. I'm ready today to have a hell of a day with Raider Nation for Raiders Friday Happy Hour. Coming up, though, on today's show, before we turn this thing into a shit show, OTA winners and losers so far. We're going to have a Raiders mailbag and then some Raiders trade candidates because as the NFL continues to show us, anything is possible. And the closer and closer you get to June 1st, when new contracts start to look a little bit different with certain players. After June 1st, post-June 1st trade candidates, I got the top 5 players that I think the Raiders need to keep an eye on because, today, yet again, is the perfect example that anything can happen. Why? The Arizona Cardinals, they move on from star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. So my question to all of you out there is this. Would you sign him? Type S for sign or type P for pass. We're going to give some shout-outs here. What do you think, Chugs? I wore my number 10 jersey for a reason.
I know you've said this before this offseason.
Yeah.
But I think this is the most true in this statement that you said to where, when the Raiders added Jacoby Myers, when they added Trey Tucker, when they added DeAndre Carter, you were like, this probably leans more into the direction of Hunter Renfrow being traded.
Yep.
I'll tell you this right now. 110%, I will bet everything in my bank account, if the Raiders sign DeAndre Hopkins, they're not keeping Hunter Renfrow. 100%.
What's interesting about this move is, I would argue Jacoby Myers is a slot receiver. So if you wanted to add Hopkins, he would be that number 2 next to Davante Adams. Then you have a bigger slot in Jacoby Myers. That's where he plays his best football. So it's a matter of how much money are you willing to give him, right? Because Hopkins is going to want a hefty amount of money. He's already given out the teams in terms of where he wants to play, what quarterbacks he wants to play with. But he did also say that he wants to go to a team that has a good defense because he believes defense wins championships. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to be able to sit up here and say that that's the Raiders, it's not quite it. However, though, I think you're crazy if you don't want the Raiders to try to add Hopkins. To me, he can still be a top 15 receiver. If you had Hopkins, imagine an offense of Davante Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer, Josh Jacobs. Austin Hooper, that's a really tough offense to stop, even if Jimmy Garoppolo is your QB.
I think if you're a Raiders fan, the best case scenario isn't that you sign Hopkins.
Yeah.
It's that the Philadelphia Eagles sign DeAndre Hopkins, and I'll tell you why. Because if not, his other choices, the Chiefs, Bills, Chargers. You don't want him on any of those teams.
Ravens as well. That's another AFC team,
Ravens.
Though.
You want DeAndre Hopkins in a Philadelphia Eagles jersey if you're a Raiders fan.
Yeah. And that makes Philly a really tough team to contend with, no doubt about it.
But you wouldn't have to deal with that until hopefully you make it to the Super Bowl.
Sure. No, I hear you. If it makes the Raiders better, let's do it. You can go out and get Hopkins. You can make money move around enough to do it. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I don't think it's going to happen, but this is the top topic of discussion today in the NFL.
If he goes to the Eagles, I think we go live because that would be the best thing for the Raiders all offseason. That would be the best Raiders offseason move is if Hopkins didn't sign with the Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, or Chargers.
And then people would be like, Mitch, I knew you and Chugs were Eagles fans. You grew up in Pennsylvania. The amount of people that I get that are like, oh, Mitch talks about X player. Oh, he's obviously that person's fan. I am from Pennsylvania, but I hate the Eagles.
I did see you tweet something about Aaron Rodgers once.
Yep. You're right. That makes me a Jets and Packers fan now. So, would you want to sign DeAndre Hopkins? Patrick B says it's too much money. What if it doesn't cost a lot, though? You can give him any contract you want now. He has to agree to it, and if you're Vegas, tax-free state.
I'd be okay with him in Chicago.
Faez, type an S. Chicago would be an interesting landing spot for him. I agree with that. Jamal says sign. Braden says pass. Juan Hernandez says go out and get that man. Brandon Montoya A lot of Richie, though. He's going to say pass. But my dad also was a big wine drinker, so maybe he had a few glasses before typing that in. Let's go to aggressive Emasculator. Drink one for the fallen soldiers on Memorial Day. You got it, man. If you know anybody out there that is a fallen soldier or has served, I know Hellcat Q. We always do stuff for Hellcat Q. I know we got a bunch of other Raider fans here. If you are...
Instead of the beer bong, actually, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Why don't I
well,
go get
if people want to do we have a Hellcat Freedom Funnel, so it's literally a eagle, American flag, and we named it after one of our big-time Raiders watchers here. His name's Hellcat Q, and just like we have the tuna clock, we have all that. If you guys want to do it, we can. I don't want people to be like, all right, this guy's, I don't know, doing beer bongs for Memorial Day. If you guys want to do it, obviously it comes down to all of y'all. But hey, it does come down to y'all. But we do have a deal. Every super chat on today's show, we will take a sip because it is Friday happy hour. Over 300 people watching, 70 likes. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we're going to spin the wheel. And that's really how this show gets going. If you don't know what Fridays are about, Fridays are us chilling, pre-game in a Raiders game type of thing where we can let our hair down, try to get the weekend going a little bit quicker. So, cheers to all y'all, aggressive Master Raider. Much love. All right, so here is our happy hour specials today. One more time, every 100 likes, we're going to spin that wheel. I think pineapple might be my least favorite out of all the happy dads. Any super chat whatsoever, we're going to take a drink. Every $20, we're going to do a fireball shot. That's Chugs and I both. And then $100 is a beer bong. So if anybody wants to get this party going, those are the deals. Those are the rules. 98 likes. I mean, we're already going to have to spin that wheel.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have to spin that wheel. So how about this, Chugs? You get the wheel out, and while Chugs is doing that, will Josh Jacobs get traded? Give me a yes or give me a no. When I put together my post-June 1st trade candidates today, I had to go through and, you look at all the contracts. You look at basically how much money the team would save, how much of a dead cap hit is it going to end up being, all that type of stuff. However, if you look at NFL media people right now, I would imagine if you ask them, they would probably have Josh Jacobs in this video. I can't see what that says.
It says Mitch Gritty.
Mitch Gritty. All right. What do you think? Do you think Jacobs gets traded right now? Yes or no?
No.
No way?
No, because
if he did, where would he go?
If he did, if you're trading for a running back, that means you think you're a running back away from winning the Super Bowl.
I mean, we already mentioned the team that I think he would get traded to if he ended up getting traded. I think if there would be a team to do it, it'd be Howie Roseman. It'd be the Eagles.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Maybe them. Hate to say it, people are going to be mad about this in the comments. 49ers love trading for running backs. They have Christian McCaffrey, but I don't know. Maybe they just go all running backs.
Yeah, maybe.
The Dolphins, maybe.
Dolphins would be an intriguing team.
But it's like, maybe the Bills, but also it's like, I don't think anybody's willing to give up what Josh Jacobs is actually worth.
You're right. But that doesn't mean that McDaniels and Ziegler won't do it. Like to me, McDaniels and Ziegler are the guys that they're going to sell. Like they have a dollar bill, but for whatever reason, they don't want that dollar bill. So somebody's like, hey, I'll give you 2 quarters for it. And they're like, all right, that's easier to carry around. So that's how McDaniels and Ziegler do a lot of their things.
I don't think he gets traded at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But, hey, we will mention him, though, coming up here on our trade candidates video. Ruben, what do you think this does for Renfrow trade value? I think he more than likely would just be cut as well. Hopefully D-Hop to Dallas or the Eagles. I mean, right now I actually think the odds-on favorite is the Dallas Cowboys, but if you know how a lot of times Vegas does odds, there's more Cowboys fans, so they make the odds a certain way. Therefore, they can ensure that they're going to get their money back. I do think, though, this does probably hurt Hunter Renfrow's trade value. If you can't get anything for Hopkins, I don't know what you're going to get for Renfrow. But then the other big part was the money. Hopkins was going to get $19 million a year. Renfrow, though, on the other hand, he's more at $11 million. I mean, that is a big-time difference in terms of salary cap space. But then also teams are going to have some extra room after June 1st. I just think the more and more I look at Renfrow, I actually don't think it's going to be so much of a like Renfrow for a 5th rounder, a 4th rounder.
Yeah.
The way that I look at it is try to find a team right now that's trying to dump a player. They don't want their salary. I think it's going to be Hunter Renfrow for a player, and it's going to be like a straight-up trade. Whether that be a defensive lineman, whether that be a linebacker, whether that be a corner, start looking at some teams out there that have players that they're like, all right, we could potentially move on from this guy, and instead of cutting them and getting nothing, you just trade them for Hunter Renfrow straight up, and then each team gets a need that they want and same amount of money. Ruben, cheers to you, man.
Team forever. Friday, let's drink.
Hey, man, I'm always down to have a good time. I've been looking forward to this Friday happy hour show for quite some time. Speaking of the devil, what up, Hellcat?
Mitchie, love the Mexico vacay pick.
So, honestly, that was the only one that I could post. Couldn't post a lot of the other ones, but I wanted to show some love to our sponsor, Birddogs, and we're actually going to be doing some stuff with Birddogs today. But Hellcat, I don't know if you were watching earlier, we were talking about Memorial Day, the veterans. I'm going to make it your call right now. If you want for beer bongs today in the beginning of the show, because we're also going to be doing some beer bongs out of Birddogs because they're one of the sponsors today. But Hellcat, if you want to do some out of the Freedom Funnel today, I figured I would leave it up to you. So if you're down today, Hellcat, we'll do them out of the Freedom Funnel. I didn't want to just say, yes, we were going to do it right away because I didn't want you to take offense to it. I know it's named after you, but it's your call today, Hellcat. It's your call. What up, Howie Longway? Welcome home, Mitch, man. It was good to get home. I'm not going to lie. Vacation is fun it's always a good time, but when all you do is eat, all you do is drink, and you don't do anything, I was kind of itching back to get to work to talk about the Raiders because I take a lot of pride in knowing a lot about this team. And for a few days, I was like, oh, shit, I was out of the loop for a week, so I'm trying to catch back up now, but I think we got it all together. Hellcat Q said, hell yeah, Hellcat Q Freedom Funnel for my lost brothers. Sounds good. So from here on out until we'll do Hellcat Freedom Funnels
For the first half.
For the first half of the show. I'm down for that. So are you participating in happy hour today? Type P for party. Type L for let's get it. I like it. You know what? Speaking of let's get it, I'm going to go get the Freedom Funnel right now. We are at $17 in Super Chats. If we can collective as a unit get to $100 in Super Chats by the time I come back, I'm going to do a Hellcat Freedom Funnel.
Also, the gong has not been named yet. The gong has not been named yet. Let me know. P for party, L for let's get it. Who's down to have some happy hour fun on a Friday? Mitch is gone. You know what that means. P. Team Forever says party. Ow! Zon bomb. Let's party. It's Raiders happy hour. Let's go. Braden wants to party. Rebel wants to party. Husker Raider wants to party. Will Thompson wants to party. Team Forever wants to party. Let's get it going. And back just in time for David Zone Bang! A zone bomb! Zong bomb! Let's go!
Everybody spam David Zone. Shout out to Hellcat Q. And if you don't know, this is the Freedom Funnel. When did we break this out last year? Labor Day?
Maybe.
I don't. Was it a year ago that we broke this out? Memorial Day? I feel like it was like Thursday night football. Hellcat, when did we break this bad boy out? Let's go. On November 11th.
Who said that?
Hellcat. So I'm gonna take his word for it. Cheers to David Zahn. Cheers to Hellcat Q.
Let's go. And if you're ready to get this show started, to get the party going, to get it popping like it's hot. Like the dang video. Let's freaking go.
Also, did I hear that Rebel Montana is in the chat? Rebel.
Oh, Marianne.
I got all the Rebel Montana jerseys today. Every single one of them.
Rebel Montana.
Rebel, did you serve?
Montana.
For whatever reason, when I was thinking today, Memorial Day, I was going through looking at some of the shows. I was like, Rebel's name popped up in my mind. I was like, did he serve? I don't know. How about this? If you served in the military at any point, type me right now. We're gonna do some shout outs. Busted it out on Memorial Day. Okay, Hellcat. Rebel says no.
Free Fly Jedi.
Free Fly. Also, can everybody give Free Fly Jedi a huge round of applause for the simple fact of, so we always do the retweet gang. And Free Fly retweeted the picture that Hellcat was making fun of the Mexico vacay pic. He retweeted it, and he was like, dude, you owe me for this one. So Free Fly, I see you, and I appreciate it, man.
Hey, and if you haven't served, show some respect. Drop some American flags in the comment section. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Drop some American flags. Thank you for your service, boys. Let's go. We got Howie Longway, Hellcat Q, David Zahn, Free Fly Jedi, Braden Montoya. Let's see. Herschel Allen, Ron S. Let's go.
Raider 58's not. He's right in saying that. It's not for. It's to remember also everyone that we were lost. But I think at the end of the day, I don't know, Hellcat, you can maybe speak on it more than I can. I think if you serve in the military at any point, honestly, you should probably get a thank you every day. So, 4 years in the Navy from Michael Rain, Zelbo 69. What's up?
Pat Valdez, 19 Delta Army, baby.
I'm a retired Air Force, 20 years from Karen Blair. Karen, thank you.
Oh, Martin, shout out to my grandfather who was a World War II radar operator in England. Let's go.
Hell yeah, King of Battle from Free Fly Jedi, Pat Valdez, Kevin Foster, 8 years in the Army from Pat Valdez. Much love to all you. Husker, hey man, I wore your jersey yesterday, which is it's a fan favorite here at Chat Sports, the Husker Raiders jersey.
Let's go. Hey, we're about to start today's show. We're at 145 likes. Can we get to 150?
Let's go.
Can we get to 150?
Come on, let's pump those up.
Let's get 5 likes.
Let's pump those up.
Who's gonna be the 5 people that step up and like today's video?
Let's pump those up a little bit.
Who's gonna step up and be a real one today and like the dang video?
God bless the USA from Kyle. We did hit 150, which now I think it's time for this. I say the first show that we do today, how about some Raiders OTAs, winners and losers so far? So with the Raiders, they haven't given a lot or basically any media access to OTAs, and the media access that they have given has been very limited. So the winners and losers that you're going to see are people who I have reached out to, people who I have texted, and I have done my best to piece together a bunch of winners and losers. It's also based off of some of the news and rumors, reports that we have gotten in the last, I'll say 24 hours, 48 hours or so, and then also everything that has happened at Raiders OTAs. And then Raiders Mailbag, Raiders trade candidates, and then after that, I don't know about you, I'm going to be ready to put my hair down for a little bit of Raiders happy hour.
I'm trying to pregame. Me and a couple of the boys are going to a concert tonight.
Yep, I saw
a little Grateful Dead.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Let's go.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Jugs is ready. I'm ready. Coming up.
Most importantly, are you ready?
I think so. I think they're ready.
Are they ready?
I was either that or you told them to pull your finger. There was somebody that didn't have any audio on, and they were like, do I pull it? I don't know what to do. OTA winners and losers coming up right now. Raider Nation, what's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, and you're watching the Raiders Report. Coming up on today's show, I'm going to be looking at the Raiders' biggest winners from OTAs so far. We're looking at winners. We're looking at losers. This is based off of people who I have texted, sources that I have reached out to, and then the latest reports circulating around Raiders OTAs. Let's go to the very first name up here, and it looks like we're going to start with the losers, and then we're going to head on over to the winners, and we'll go back and forth is kind of how I wanted to do it. Today's show is also presented by Birddogs. It's Jimmy Garoppolo, and the reason why Garoppolo has to be a loser for OTAs, it's because what was the biggest concern that Raider fans and honestly NFL fans had about Garoppolo? It was the injury concern. Did we know that there was something 100% not right with him in terms of his foot, ankle? Yes. However, when news comes out that he's probably not going to be ready until training camp, which is late July, early August, with the Raiders' preseason schedule now out, for those that don't know, Raiders-Niners, August 13th, that's a Sunday. I do anticipate him being ready for that, but it's another injury concern with Jimmy Garoppolo, and yes, for that reason, that makes him a loser. With Jimmy Garoppolo being named a loser, one of the winners has to be the backup quarterbacks. This is going to be extra reps for Brian Hoyer. Not that I'm crazy about that. It's extra reps for Aiden O'Connell, which, hey man, good for the rookie. If you're a young rookie quarterback, this is a very good situation for you. Why? He's going to step onto the field right away, and he is a better quarterback than Brian Hoyer right now. I'm not saying that he knows the offense better. No, that's clearly not it. And it's also a good opportunity for Chase Garbers. If your starting quarterback will not be around the entire offseason, guess what? That makes you a winner. If you missed the Jimmy Garoppolo surgery news, Chugs and we covered this on Thursday during our live show, and it's just another reason to hit that subscribe button to make sure you never miss anything going on around the silver and black. You know what? Chugs said we're going to go for another winner, so let's do it. We're going to go with Michael Mayer at tight end. From what I have been hearing, he just looks like a man amongst boys. Like, he's a big guy at 6'4", 265, but when you look at him on the field, he's just so much more broad than everybody else. You know what I'm talking about? When he's going up and down the field, you can tell that he has the ability to catch the football. He can block. He can do it all. And it's really hard to find do-it-all tight ends in today's NFL. When I look at him, I look at somebody like a Mark Andrews, where he doesn't have the catching ability of somebody like Travis Kelce, but he has a legit blocking mentality, and he's just not afraid to lay into people. When he was coming out from Notre Dame, he was my number one tight end prospect, and Austin Hooper, he actually might be the better pass catcher right now, and sometimes teams, players, it gets a little bit difficult to adapt to the NFL level. I do think that he's going to be able to adapt quickly. He's going to love the Josh McDaniels system. And from what I hear right now, Michael Mayer looks like a man amongst boys. So my question to the nation out there, because I know we got a diehard fan base here, not only on the Raiders Report, but I'd make the argument, I always say, I'll take 300 Raider fans against 1,000 any other fans any day of the week, right? If you're another fan and you're like, no, it's not true, pull up to a Vegas tailgate and let's get it going. How many years, though, have you been a Raiders fan? I am a new fan. The first time I went to a Raiders game in 2019, Raiders Monday Night Football against the Broncos had me hooked. Went back in Week 9 to an Oakland tailgate, and then I was there at the final game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's why I'm a Raider fan. So how many years have you been a fan? Let's go to the next Raiders OTA loser, and it's Hunter Renfrow, and it's more just because he's not on the field right now. To me, I have always been a big fan of Renfrow, but when I look at some of these OTA losers, I do simple math, and some of you are like, well, what are you talking about, simple math? It's him not on the field, plus Jakobi Meyers, plus DeAndre Carter, plus Trey Tucker, equals him being a OTA loser. If you're Renfrow right now, you got this regime, you want to try to do everything in your possible mentality, mindset that you think, okay, this is going to help me stick around on this Raiders roster for a little bit longer. If he ends up not getting dealt, not getting traded, well, then guess what? We did a lot of talk and a lot of hoopla about nothing. My problem is, though, I got good sources. There's a lot of other people out there that have got good sources. And for all of these reasons is why I have Hunter Renfrow as a potential loser. Now, I can't confirm this, but this might actually be Hunter Renfrow in this picture here, sponsored by Birddogs. And if you want to get these awesome shorts, go to birddogs.com. Make sure you use promo code chat. I actually got my Raiders version of these bad boys on right now, my silver ones, which, Hellcat, if you're watching, These are the ones that I posted on Instagram and on Twitter as well. But if you want to get your hands on these awesome shorts, go to birddogs.com. Make sure that you use promo code CHAT. It's going to be available for you guys down in the comments and in the description of today's show. When I think about what I look for in shorts, I want things that fit me great. What does that mean? If my shorts don't fit me well, I'm just simply not going to wear them. I also want comfort. I want to be able to have all of my twigs and berries in the right places. Versatility, whether I want to go out and hang out with the boys or do I want to go out date night? If you're a golfer, these are great. I was swimming in these things. You can run in these shorts, these pants. They are unbelievable, and I want you to go check them out. Personally, I got a big badonkadonk, and if you also got a little bit of junk in the trunk, you're going to want to get your hands on these. Why? Because I've never felt better in any other clothing item. Not only do they make me look great, but they're so comfortable that I can wear them all day without feeling restricted. Plus, the stretchy fabric hugs my legs in all the right places. If you're ready to elevate your wardrobe with Bird Dogs, click the link in the description and in the comments or go to birddogs.com, and when you enter promo code CHAT, they'll throw in a free Yeti-style tumbler with every order. So I wanted to show you guys the free Yeti-style tumbler that we have. And for those of you that are watching this live, once Raiders Happy Hour gets on and popping today, one of the reasons why I love Bird Dogs, not only do they have great shorts, but I like sponsors that they let me be me. And these dudes that own this place, they're a bunch of dudes being dudes. So we're going to be doing beer bongs today out of the Bird Dogs Yeti-style tumbler. I'm excited about it because, hey, if I want to be able to keep my drinks cold, and if you're a coffee drinker, you put coffee in this thing's going to stay warm for like 24 hours. But we're going to do some beer bongs out of this Yeti-style tumbler thanks to our awesome sponsor, Bird Dogs. Experience the comfort for yourself, birddogs.com. All right, we're going to keep rolling here with our OTA winners and losers so far. And if you don't get your hands on some Bird Dogs, I'm sorry, but you're going to be a loser this offseason. Let's go to a winner here. It's Dylan Parham on the offensive line. I know that Colton Miller is going to start at left tackle. However, I think every other decision made by the Raiders on the rest of their offensive line, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle, all revolves around this man right here. If they have the confidence that Parham can play left guard, that means, okay, all they got to do is figure out their other three positions. They know that he can play left guard. If they're confident enough in him to play center, they're going to put him at center, which then means probably bad things for Andre James, and then they're going to have to figure out left guard, right tackle. If they're like, you know what, we want to put him at right guard, you have the ability to do it. He is a very intelligent offensive lineman. The coaching staff is extremely high on him. They have loved him since he came out of college. I like Dylan Parham a lot as well, which for those that have watched the show for a long time know that. For all of those reasons, Dylan Parham is a big-time winner. Let's go to another OTA loser here, and it's kind of the same song and dance that I've done with these other two guys. Tyree Wilson is not on the field. That makes him a loser. Also, he's got that added pressure of Raiders first-round busts. And Raider fans, they want to see success out of their first-rounders. Every NFL team does. I do. Do I believe Tyree Wilson's going to be a hell of a player? No doubt about it. I don't doubt it for a second. But when you have had the amount of swing and misses that this Raiders team has, especially on defense, trying to get some of these players in round one, I want to see what he looks like on the field. And the fact that he's got a foot injury right now, the fact that he's not going to be on the field until a little bit later, potentially training camp, that does unfortunately make him a loser for the sake of the video. Let's go to another winner here. It's Davante Adams. Why? Because I love and respect Davante Adams and the swagger that he brings. If Davante doesn't like something, he's going to tell you about it. So the fact that he's out there saying, yeah, man, we don't see eye to eye right now with the offensive plan that the Raiders are doing. If you're Josh McDaniels, if you're Dave Ziegler, you go, all right, if Davante doesn't like something, there's no way in my mind that anybody can be like, it's not that big of a deal. If Davante Adams doesn't like something, you should be like, oh, we should think about it a little bit. But it's also, he's a winner because he's one of the best receivers in the league. The reports that I have gotten from his teammates are Davante is not only continue to show like why he's the best receiver in the NFL, he's also trying to help out the younger guys. And then on top of that, there's all these rumors, Davante trade this. Comes out and says, I want to win a Super Bowl here. This is where I want to be. Jimmy Garoppolo is my guy. Davante Adams speaks the truth. And for that, he's a winner. Let's go to another OTA loser here, and it's Alex Bars. He was the starting right guard for the Las Vegas Raiders last season. Unfortunately for him, though, they have added a lot of competition at the offensive guard position, and then there's always that possibility that if they want to kick in Jermaine Illuminor at right guard and they're more confident in maybe like, Brandon Parker at right tackle, maybe a Thayer Munford. I would say right now, I would rather have Greg Van Roten, Dylan Parham, Netane Moody, maybe even McClendon Curtis over Bars at this point. Heck, there's even some people who I've talked to that think that Justin Murray, who is listed there as a third-string left tackle, he has also had some experience playing guard. To me, they have made a lot of corrections this offseason, which is why Bars is a loser. You know who's also going to be a loser? Jermaine Illuminor. And I want y'all to save the date right now, June 10th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Me against Jermaine Illuminor. Tons of other Raiders fans are going to be there. Tons of other Raiders players. Some other NFL guys will be in attendance. Competitive hot wing eating contest at Barcode Burgers. Put it in your calendar. Chugs and I are going to be out there. It's going to be an awesome time. All the proceeds that we get are going to be going to charity as well. So if you like charity, you like the Raiders, and you want to watch two grown men try to eat as many hot wings as possible, then you better be at Barcode Burgers Saturday, June 10th at 5 p.m. Let's go to the next Raiders OTA winners, and it's Marcus Epps. So I texted a few Raiders players that I know, and I said, all right, man, what do you think so far about OTAs? And one of the names that kept getting brought up to me was Marcus Epps, and just in terms of when you look at the Raiders roster, there's still so many question marks, right? Don't get me wrong. I think Epps is the top strong safety. I know Max Crosby is the top defensive end. You know Davante Adams is the top wide receiver. You know, certain players are the top players at those positions. The top guy that I continually got told of, hey, this is the number one safety on our team, was Marcus Epps. It was not Tre'von Moehrig. That was not the name I was given. And in fact, the leadership that he was bringing, the toughness, I continually got Epps is the player who you should mention basically in your winners and losers segment. So for all those reasons, Marcus Epps is a winner. Let's go to the final loser here for my Raiders OTA winners and losers so far. It's Justin Herron. Herron has not been on the field at OTAs, and the Raiders, they traded for him last season. And a lot of people thought that, hey, this is going to be your savior, essentially, at right tackle. Does he have the New England connections? Yes, he does. But his contract is non-guaranteed. I also, from what I hear, teams a little bit concerned about the injury that he sustained. On top of that, I think that Justin Murray might actually have a little notch above him. They like Brandon Parker. They brought him back. They want to see what they have in Thayer Munford. The Raiders, to me, are a team that's probably going to keep 9, 10, maybe, and I mean maybe, keep 11 offensive linemen. I don't foresee that happening, but the only way that Herron has a chance to make this roster is if they do keep double-digit offensive linemen. If they're only going to keep 9, I'm sorry, he's not going to make this team. So the fact that other players continue to step up and stay healthy, that makes Justin Herron a loser. Another thing that I wanted to bring up here on today's show was I posted this picture on Twitter. I saw Max Crosby posted this on his IG, and I like the helmet. However, though, I got mixed reviews, and usually when I put anything out about Max Crosby, it's, this guy can do no wrong. He's the face of this team. He does everything that you would ever want a Raider, any football player. If I was a dad, I would say, hey, son, daughter, this is the person that you want to model your game after because he puts in the time and the effort, and Raider fans know that. But what I want to know is he a winner or a loser for this helmet? I like it. Also, I know that the triangle, I don't know exactly what it means to Crosby, but he's got the triangle on his face mask. He always wears chains with the triangle. He's got it on his neck, the neck tattoo. To me, it symbolizes something. So, I have the prayer hands. I have the prayer hands tatted on me. Prayer hands, to me, they mean something. For that reason, I consider it a winner. But there are some people out there that don't necessarily like it. So Max Crosby, winner, loser, let me know down in the comments for having this helmet here. I will tell them, by the way, what you say. Let's go one more time here, and if you want to take a screenshot of our winners and losers from Raiders OTAs so far, you can please take a screenshot, post this on Twitter, post this on Instagram. I am at Mitchell Renz 365, and if you want to tag Jeremy Chugs as well, Please don't be shy, but only if you bleed silver and black. Beatbox 88 bang!
Let's go!
Another Hellcat Q Freedom Funnel.
Ay, 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 ay.
Bow, chicka, chicka, wow, wow.
Let's go! I'll drink for that. Let's go.
Beatbox 88. Chugs, when you're done with that shot, read that out for me.
Been here since 2019. So much love for you and Chugs. Got a new job in sales for, oh, that's Coca-Cola. Got the Renz money now. Raiders. I'm guessing that's Coca-Cola.
I don't know. Judging by that picture, I don't know, man. Dude, that's funny as hell. Congrats on the new job in sales. I mean, right now is a great time to get any job in sales. People are buying. I know my stocks continue to rise. Having Renz,
okay.
I don't know what Renz.
It is Coca-Cola.
Just to confirm.
Sales for Coke. Maybe you should clarify that whenever you're like, Mom, I'm selling Coke.
That's really funny. What do you got in the truck? Just some Coke. Like, no big deal. No big deal.
I deal it.
Yeah. Big time. What's your boss's name? No idea. No idea. Oh, man, that's funny as hell.
God,
Beatbox, shout out to you. Got that Renz money now. I don't know what that Renz money is. I guess I'm still looking for my Renz money. Apparently, I should start selling some Coke! Rebel Montana bang! So, for those that don't know, Rebel Montana on one show went wild. He got a Rebel jersey. This Marianne jersey is also his. And, which, for those that don't know, my college baseball number was 9. So I appreciate the 9 jersey here for Cat. So basically, for those that don't know, Rebel sent a hundo and needs a boot. Now, call. We haven't done it in a while.
Wait.
It's what? 877.
Boot now.
Boot now. Yeah, all right.
Rebel wants a boot and he sent money now. Call 1-877. Call 877 boot now.
I need the music in the background.
877 boot now.
All right.
877 boot now.
So yesterday,
I have a structured settlement and I need a boot now.
So yesterday, Rebel said that he was going to save up for today's show, and I said I'm going to wear all the Rebel Montana jerseys today.
Renz,
So Rebel,
877 boot now.
Rebel, what's your favorite beer? What's your favorite beer? Because I think I got it right. Martin said he was number 9. 877 boot now. Yeah, I was going to say it's 877 boot now.
I was thinking of, like 1-8, I don't know.
Call JG. Well, I was like 1-800. I'm like, that's that. Ain't definitely ain't it.
And then I knew it was 877, but then the 1 got stuck in my head. So 1877 not off the tongue.
Off the tongue. Tip of the tongue. Tip of the tongue. All right, when you guys played sports, what number did you wear? I said I wore number 9 for Cat. Rebel, my question to you is this. When I do the boot, do you want me to wear the Rebel jersey, the Marianne, or the Cat? What are you thinking, Rebel? It's up to you, man. Howie, number 9, Manscaped the long way. Mitch has been in the game a while. I have been in the game for quite some time. Jeremy said 39. Mungu 52. Husker Raider 25. Makes sense.
For football, I was a lineman, so I wore 60. And then in basketball, I was like a bigger guy, so my favorite number was 44.
See, I think 44 might be my favorite number in football because I think it's super versatile. I also love it for basketball as well.
If you're a big dude in basketball and you're not wearing a number in the 40s, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I wore number 6, like Little League throughout that. And then went to college. I was a closer. My first year, I wore 17, and then I went from 9 from there on out.
4 is my favorite number, so that was the number I picked in baseball. was just 4.
Okay. Basketball, I wore 13.
I was 4 in baseball, 44 in basketball. And then football, I didn't really I couldn't be in the 40s, and I didn't really get that much of a choice. It was 60 for me.
I got you. All right, Rebel, what do you want? What jersey you want on? I was a defensive end and wore number 20 from Rebel, Montana.
Oh, Robert Dorr, I love a cut block.
A good cut block?
He said Chugs would go straight for the knees. He looks like that type to me. I love a cut block.
Yeah?
Dude, when somebody's not expecting it and they're trying to come off the edge hard, hit them with the cut block, they fly over your head. Nothing better than that. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite things to do.
So Rebel said I can wear any jersey. So for that reason, Rebel, I'm going to do this. Jeremy, hop on screen real quick. Actually, I don't really care. I'm going to put all 3 Rebel Montana jerseys on and do this boot. There we go.
Wow. John Scheffler, yes, I remember it. Well, how do you like that signed football, Rebel Montana? Oh. I can never remember who won what and what we did whenever. Robert Dorr thought so. Chugs wouldn't apologize. Why would I apologize if I'm doing it? If it's a legal move in football, I'm not going to apologize for doing a cut block. That's what we do. Linemen unite. Also, in other news, it's National Road Trip Day, aka Richie Renz's favorite day of the year. It's National Road Trip Day. So my question to you is, if you could take a trip right now, where would you go?
If I could take a trip right now, I would say, oh man, it's a tough one. If I could take a trip anywhere in the world, I wouldn't go to Cancun because I was just there. I would say take me to like a beach that I can take Chuck to.
Aruba, Bahama, what a pretty mama.
I want Chuck to run in the sand because there's this spot where I take him on a walk, a lot of sand. He goes nuts.
Ooh, I want to take you
All
down
right.
to Kokomo.
Chucks, you give some shout-outs here to the peeps. This one goes out to Rebel, Montana. And then, since this boot's going down,
Aruba, Bahama.
I think this is Coors Light, I think is what we got.
Barbados.
I also don't know if Coors Light was your favorite beer, Rebel, but that was my guess because that was in the back of my mind. After this boot goes down, I do have a special deal that I want to tell people about, or do we save it for happy hour? What do we save the special deal for happy hour?
Is it the weigh-in 3?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a big one. It's a big one. I'm not going to lie. It's a big one. Driving or flying? See, that's a good question. It's National Road Trip Day. So you can't take a road trip to Italy.
How about we say, well, no, Martin could.
Could he?
From England? You take a ferry.
Well, it's not a road trip.
Oh, yeah, you stay in your car, right?
It's a ferry trip.
I think Martin could.
I don't know. Can he?
I think so.
Is that a road trip, though? Like, hopping on a ferry, that doesn't sound like a road trip to me.
Martin, could you drive to Italy?
Does Dallas have 805 beer? I believe so. Rebel. Hang on. I got to do this for Rebel.
Martin says, I don't have a car. Wow. You know what? We're actually going to save that deal for later. We're going to save it for happy hour. Because I actually have a different deal. I've only done a couple shots today. So I'm going to do this. Our sponsor coming up for the last segment of today is a new sponsor. And we always tell you the way we keep the show free, the way we're able to do all the cool stuff that we do a lot of the times is in thanks to our sponsors. So we have a new sponsor, NordVPN.
Oh, man. That was a lot of liquid.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done a boot in a long time.
Yeah?
I really underestimated how difficult that was going to be.
NordVPN.
Yeah.
One of the newest sponsors here on the Raiders Report. Great service. Online protection with a single click. Don't miss your favorite content, even when you're traveling abroad, when you're off somewhere else, when you're in Cancun, per se, if you ever decide to travel there. You can stay safe from malware. Fastest VPN on the planet. I'm going to do a deal right now.
Okay.
You don't have to, all you have to do is click the link. every 5 people that click the link,
Okay.
I'm taking a shot.
Can I click the link?
You can be the first one.
Nice. I'm in.
Every five people that click the link,
So
I'm taking a shot.
One of the ways that our sponsor, like, they want you guys to click on the link. Like, I'm just trying to be full transparency here. You're not gonna buy anything. You just literally have to click the link. So,
Well, I mean, you should. I really enjoy the service.
oh, I agree with you. I'm saying right now for the deal,
Oh yeah, for the shot deal.
for the shot deal, all you got to do is click on that link. We have a little tracker here over on our screen. It's
that's
going
a
to tell
shot
us
right
how many people are going to do it, and then we're good.
I'm only gonna have this for 30 seconds, or else I
was gonna
will
say,
drink
you're
the
gonna
whole
be
bottle.
you're going to be in trouble. You got Martin over there. He's got incognito tabs. Click, click,
Yeah.
click.
We already got the second shot going.
Yeah,
Let's-
we're moving right now. 373 people watching.
All
If
right.
everybody clicks that
This
link,
was a bad idea. I have another shot already.
oh man, yeah. Ivan Sosa said
All right,
we're
10
out here.
seconds.
Jeremy Cole just clicked. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you owe some shots. You won't be able to drive to New York. I don't know why that is. Oh, dude, Mario, what's up, man?
Yep.
Always browse incognito, Martin.
right.
Do you also clean your history?
I ended it. I have 2 more shots.
Yep.
I can't.
Good job.
I can't.
Honestly, it's a great
I can't
job.
extend the link. I can't extend it anymore just because I think if I did it for another minute, I would have about 12 more shots.
Shout out to the nation. Never, ever disappointing, man.
Why is it so spicy?
I'll tell you what, that filled me up, that boot. I definitely needed a boot now. I didn't realize how bad I needed one until I called 877 boot now, but wow, that hurt a little bit. Definitely hurt a little bit.
Whew.
All right, y'all. So,
Wow. That is
15 minutes. Oh, boy. Eric said, I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in, man. Shout out to Eric for being a real one.
All right.
Use
Mailbag
hashtag
time.
Raiders or Super Chat to get those questions on today's mailbag. Chugs, what I think what we do here is let's answer the super from Scheffler.
Yep.
You could probably save Rebel Montana's for the mailbag. Totally fine.
We also got another 100 likes.
Oh, shit, yeah. I forgot about that deal. The boot right now is Mitch B.
Bean.
Oh, Bean. I'm like, does Alex know about this? Venthrak. What's up, Venthrak?
That's another shot. Damn.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hefty one.
It's getting spicy.
I mean, I'm not afraid to let my hair down ever, but
Mitch, if you want to pick a bean out of the grouping over there.
yikes. All right, for those that don't know, we have these jelly beans here.
And just
They're
to let you know-
awful.
Just to let you know, the other red one did say Chugs bean.
Uh-huh. I don't.
Look, right here.
This is terrible.
The other one said Chugs bean.
These things are awful. Terrific. All right, for those that don't know, this is either going to be dead fish, barf, peach, or strawberry banana smoothie. We also did another test before, and it was like 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6 jelly beans in here are always bad.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Spark, all right, just for you. Sparky, he gets it. This guy gets it. Oh, God, I almost ripped out my headset. All right, Chugs. Hashtag Raider Super Chat to get on the mailbag. Dude, these things are always awful. Sparky, I got you. Right here. You and me. We're on the same page. Spark knows what's up.
Spark notes.
Here we go.
You got a good one?
I did.
Let's go! Wow. What?
Dude,
I mean, we know the odds because we've done them before, but like, what are the odds?
strawberry banana smoothie.
Let's go.
What's crazy is I didn't believe it.
I saw your face when you were 2 and you were like, This doesn't taste like shit?
Yeah, this is good. Like, I had to bite it 2 or 3 times to be
It was like that scene in Ratatouille when the guy eats the food and he actually likes it and he's like, holy shit.
Dude.
This is good.
I feel good. You know, it's going to be a hell of a mailbag. This is going to be one hell of a mailbag.
Started off on the right note.
Hell yeah, man. All right, so hashtag Raiders, or you can super chat to get those questions, comments on the mailbag. I got a special deal because we got a good jelly bean. And for Hellcat Q, for Memorial Day, we're going to do, while this mailbag is going on, okay? While the mailbag is going on, every $50 super chat, every 50, I'm going to do a beer bong for. Every 50, we're going to do a Hellcat Q Freedom Funnel beer bong, but only during the mailbag. That's the deal. And I'll do them. Maybe I'll try to do a few in the mailbag. I usually don't do that kind of stuff in the mailbag, but we'll see how it goes. Hellcat is for you. It's for all the veterans out there, for everyone. Cheers to all y'all. You ready?
I'm ready.
I also got my cat jersey on right now. Shout out to Rebel. Shout out to Mr. Rebel Montana. I'm really full right now, though, so I might regret that decision in a few minutes. But, hey, you know, you win some, you lose some. It is what it is. Coming up right now, Raiders mailbag time. It is Friday happy hour after all. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and today's mailbag is presented by Panda Supps. Use code TEST to get 25% off at pandasupps.com. That link's going to be available for you guys in the comments and in the description of today's video. If you're trying to get into some, I'm talking like legit shape, Panda Supps is going to help you do that. Let's go to the first super chat. Rolling on through today's show. Venthrak, do we know the Raiders rookie jersey numbers yet? I can't find them anywhere. We do. I actually have them written down. Tyree Wilson, number 9. Michael Mayer, 87. Byron Young, 93. Trey Tucker, 89. Jacorian Bennett, 29. Aiden O'Connell, 4. Nice. Chris Smith, 42. We got Amari Burney, 56. Jade Sylvester, 97. And then if you want to know some other player numbers, McClendon Curtis, 63. Adam Plant, 52. Wagner is going to be 78. Thomas, Drake Thomas, good linebacker, 57. Schnenker, tight end, 86. Tarlis, defensive end, 79. You give somebody 79 at defensive end, they ain't hanging around for very long. Azizi Hearn, 48. Grant is going to wear number 40, and then I believe Spillane's got 41. I know he's not a rookie. Another New Jersey number then also is Josh Jacobs at number 8. And then if anybody cares, Cat, shout out to Rebel Montana, repping number 9. Let's go to the Ghost Regime. Okay, podcast by Mike. Only one getting signed should be Jacobs. Are you saying, like, the newest contract that the Raiders should have here? I also don't know what the whole podcast thing is, unless, like, that's your entire name. Josh should get a brand new contract. Like, to me, I'm not somebody that believes in, you know, giving running backs the money. However, the way that this Raiders team has been constructed offensively, if you're going to have a quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo and then your next options are Brian Hoyer or a rookie, you need to have a solid running game. Like, unless you're literally trying to tank. But then if you're trying to tank, why give an injury-riddled quarterback the amount of money that you did in Jimmy Garoppolo? So to me, McDaniels and Ziegler aren't trying to lose. And if you're not trying to lose, then you're going to try to keep Josh Jacobs around. So I agree. Jacobs deserves a contract extension. It's just going to come down to how much he would get. I'm saying what I would give him, 3 years, 38.4, backload the hell out of it with like 15.2 in the final 2 years. Let's go to Darius Raider. Sign Hopkins now. I told Jeremy I am willing to bet. I'm willing to bet my life that we get a DeAndre Hopkins question here today on the Raiders Report. For those that don't know, the Arizona Cardinals, they released Hopkins, and now he's a free agent. He can go, he can sign anywhere. If you were to ask me, Mitch, should the Raiders do it? Depending on what it costs, I'm not against it. Imagine trying to stop an offense of Davante Adams. Then you have DeAndre Hopkins. You put, Myers, who's, to me, more of a slot receiver. And then you got Austin Hooper, Michael Mayer. Oh, yeah, we can still hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs. I don't care who your quarterback is. That's a really tough offense to stop. There's no doubt about that. And honestly, Hopkins probably fits what Jimmy Garoppolo likes to do. Doesn't throw it deep, big catch radius. If the only way that Hopkins doesn't go to Kansas City, doesn't go to the Chargers, is if he goes to the Raiders, yes, I'm on board for it. So, should the Raiders sign DeAndre Hopkins? Type S for sign, type P for pass. We're going to make this the pinned comment on today's show, which means you're going to get hit with a YouTube ad break. Scroll on down and let me know what you're thinking about the Raiders signing DeAndre Hopkins. Let's go to PG. Mitch, did you book Allegiant for your wedding? Very loud Raiders. As much as I would love to get married in Allegiant Stadium, one, I can't copy Savannah Jean or Patrick B. That's number one. Number two, Alex would kill me. Alex wants to get married in Mexico, which I'm absolutely on board for. I'm a family man, and my family can travel to Mexico. Her family in Mexico cannot travel to the United States. So for that reason, we will probably get married down in Mexico. But an Allegiant Stadium wedding would be legit. How about this? Jeremy and I will do a tour of Allegiant Stadium on June 10th at 1:20 p.m. if you're interested. Brandon, you're next up here on the Raiders Report. Mitch, what is locals? Can you enlighten me? Brandon, it's actually a really cool spot where you can get personal interaction, weekly live pick'ems only during the season. And it's an easier way for diehard Raider fans to get to know me, get to know other Raider fans out there. Like, I know every single time I do that. Buddy Bear, he's there. Wild One, he's there. Husker Raider, absolutely in there. Brandon Jasper, he's there as well. So Isaac Hernandez, absolutely going to be on locals. And I think you guys check it out, Raidersport.locals.com. Let's go to Eric M. You're next up here on the Raiders Report. Got my shirt, so I had to change my pick. Oh, shit, he did get it. Corn the long way. I love it. How many just win babies on Brady playing one snap this season for the Raiders? Top 20 defense. Top 20 defense is more likely than Tom Brady taking a snap this season. To me, the only way Tom Brady takes a snap for the Raiders this season is if Garoppolo gets hurt before the season starts. Like, it's not impossible for Brady to play this year for the Raiders. I get that he's, part owner, but he still technically could play. I talked about a little bit on my show from Thursday that according to NFL insider Jordan Schultz, he said that it's not impossible. And that would just be one of the most insane stories that I've ever covered here on this show. But I would say it's about a freckle on a just win baby. Let's go to Sergeant Fighter. Sign Hopkins. I give this one chuggy head. What does one chuggy head look like exactly? That's Chugs for you. Hey, if we can get DeAndre Hopkins, it makes our team better, and I'm all about it. Let's go to Josh Benson. Renfrow, Moehrig for Simmons and Baker straight up. Yes. I would do this. Like, I love Hunter Renfrow. I think Tre'von Moehrig can be a good safety. He just needs to show me a little bit more. But overall, like, you're telling me Hunter Renfrow for Isaiah Simmons. We are taking a player that I like at Renfrow and filling a big-time need in a player that I love coming out of Clemson and Isaiah Simmons. That's a yes. And then Moehrig for Baker straight up. Buda Baker's a better safety. Nobody's going to dispute that than Tre'von Moehrig, right? Like, no, yes, Moehrig's much older, like 3 or 4 years, but Baker's still only 27 years old. Are you going to pay him more? No doubt about it. I also look at it as you're getting a linebacker and you're getting a safety. Help out the defense. I am on board for it. Josh, I like the trade idea. Let's go to Juan Hernandez. Mitch, did you hear about the photographer suing Davante Adams? He said he was fearing for his life. Yeah, I saw. He's not only suing the Raiders, he's also suing the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not going to refer to this man by name because this is a clear money grab. The number one rule that NFL photographers have is to make sure that players are at the utmost safe. And you get 15 minutes to clear the alleyway from when a team, when soon as that game ends, you have 15 minutes to clear the way and nobody's allowed to be in the player's path. The best scenario, the best thing that I can even say to this is like, when that path is there, right? Imagine you are walking through a crosswalk, okay? You're walking through a crosswalk and a car cuts out in front of you and you end up running into that car. Davante Adams was the person walking on the crosswalk. This dude with the camera was the car driving by, trying to race past. Davante Adams isn't the one responsible. The camera guy's responsible. So it's clearly a money grab. He's probably going to get his money and get tickets to a game. Inside joke. Let's go to Hector. Would you trade Josh Jacobs for Devin White? No. I say this in the most respectful way possible. I don't want Devin White. Like, straight up, do not want Devin White. I think Chugs is just trying to troll me right now. But, like, I get the idea that Raider fans want a linebacker. Hell, I want a linebacker. But you're trading away arguably the best running back in the NFL for arguably the most overrated linebacker in the NFL. Like, and Devin White wants 18 to 20 mil. So you're going to tell me you're going to give Devin White, who is maybe the worst coverage linebacker in the league, 18 to 20 mil, but you're not going to give Josh Jacobs, like, I'd rather give Josh Jacobs $15 million a year before I give Devin White 18 to 20 mil. Like, no chance in hell am I doing this trade. And anybody that says that this makes sense, whatever you're having, I don't want it. Who wins this trade, though? I'm going to ask you. Chugs is just trying to get me going here. Type LV for the Las Vegas Raiders, or if you think it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I want you to type TB. I'll tell you what. If this trade ended up going down, I would be Raiders blowing another 10-point lead mad with like 4 minutes left in the game. This one doesn't make any sense. Let's go to Rebel Montana. Got the jersey on today for Cat. I actually also have my other Rebel Montana jersey on. And then underneath that, I got the other Rebel Montana jersey on. How much would you offer Hopkins? How much would I offer Hopkins? I would say if I'm taking $11.6 million and I'm saving that from Renfrow, if I'm DeAndre, first off, like, I'm going to be looking for double-digit numbers, right? Like, if Odell Beckham Jr. is getting $15 up to $18 million, if I'm Hopkins, that's the type of money that I'm looking for. I probably wouldn't offer that if I was the Raiders, right? Where if I could save 11.6 by moving on from Renfrow, I actually do think DeAndre Hopkins is an upgrade over Renfrow. So, like, that's where I would start the negotiation. You're probably not going to get that. And then if you're Hopkins and if you're going to take 11.6, you're better off going to another team that has a better shot of winning the Super Bowl. Let's go to Mando. What up, Mando? How much would we have to trade for the first pick if we win 8 games? We need Williams to beat Patrick Mahomes and just... I mean, unfortunately, when you have the 2 quarterback prospects that you do in Caleb Williams and then Drake May, like, for what it cost Carolina to go from 9 to 1, I actually think in next year's draft, what it would be, like, it would be, Chugs just said in my ear, double it. I agree. Like, what Carolina had to give up to 9 to 1 is, I think, what the number 5 team in the draft would have to give up in next year's draft to go up that high. The other interesting thing is, what if the Houston Texans are bad again? That means the Arizona Cardinals could have a legit shot at having the number 1 and the number 2 overall pick. That would be the best case scenario for Raider fans or anybody looking to get a quarterback because they're not going to take both of those top guys. They would be more willing to trade back one of those picks. But, like, if you win 8 games and you're, like, in the teens area and you want to trade up to get one of those 2 guys, you might as well throw in 3 first-round picks, Davante Adams, or a Max Crosby level type of player. And if you think that's too much, you ain't getting any of those guys. Now, today's show is presented by Panda Supps. And if you're trying to get into better shape this summer, I don't blame you. After the amount of food I ate at Cancun, I'm definitely trying to get into a little bit of a better path. Friday happy hour may not be the best way to do it, though. Hey, pandasupps.com. It's code TEST for 25% off. I recommend getting the test booster. And the best way that I can sell this product is this. How many people wish that they could wake up and feel 19 to 20 years old again? Honest question. If you're like me, type me down in the comments because this test booster, that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to help you feel 19, 20 years old again. You're going to get in the gym. You're going to crush your workouts. Then, if you're trying to shed a little bit of extra fat, I do think this Cuts product is one of my favorite fat burners out there on the Panda Supps website. It is underneath the Thermogenics tab. If you're not a pill taker, you can also take it in powder form. Pandasupps.com, code TEST. They have been a sponsor here on the show for over 2 years. Why? Their products, they work. I use them on the reg daily. If you follow me on social media, you'll know I use Panda Supps products. And then on top of that, the guy who owns Panda Supps, big-time Raider fan. Link's going to be available for you guys in the comments and in the description of today's video. Let's go to, you did it. If Renfrow, Koonce, Amik get traded, what do we get for them? Well, for those of you that are watching live, we're actually going to be doing a Raiders trade candidates video, and I'll tell you how much each of those players is worth. For Renfrow, Koonce, and Amik, you're not going to like the value that you're going to get. And it's simply because teams at this point are not really going to be willing to give up all that much. And if you told me right now, Renfrow, Koonce, and Amik all got traded, I think you'd get a player, and you'd probably get 2 7th-round picks. Might not like it, but hey, that's the truth. Let's go to Nate. Will Justin Murray make the roster? This is a hell of a question here. I also say this. When I get questions like this on mailbags, Nate, I respect it for the simple fact of how many people out there are asking about the bottom-level offensive line. I would say that I know you're a real one because that's what Raider fans care about. Are we going to be able to protect our quarterback? Are we going to be able to protect our running back? And, you know, if you can't win in the trenches, you're not really going to be able to make it. In terms of Murray, though, what helps him out is he does have that versatility. He can play offensive guard if need be. I actually think he's better than Justin Herron right now if you were to have a backup to Colton Miller. However, though, if I were to make a 53-man roster and they're only going to keep 9 linemen, my answer would be no. If they keep 10, maybe 11. If they keep 11, yes. If they keep 10, though, it's a little bit of a coin flip. Some would say maybe even 2 just-win babies. So, what do you think? Yes or no? Let me know loud and proud down in the comments. Will Justin Murray make the Raiders' 53-man roster? Give me a yes. Give me a no. I want to know what you guys have to say. Next one, rolling in here from Jeremy Cole. About the Patriots getting caught breaking rules again. Laugh aloud, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean, does it surprise anybody? There are certain teams that they just try to cut corners. And I think the problem with the NFL is I think Bill Belichick got fined $50,000. What is $50,000 to Bill Belichick? Robert Kraft's going to hand him that check anyway. Like, $50,000 to Robert Kraft as if somebody came up to me and Jeremy right now and said, hey, you did this bad thing on YouTube. Give me $1. It might even be less than that. It'd probably be 50 cents. I'm going to keep doing it. If it helps me really achieve my goals, 50 cents is nothing. If the NFL really wants to cut out cheating, you really got to make a serious punishment. Kind of like what the Dolphins had. You lose your first-round pick, teams won't do that shit anymore. Eric, just saw that Gruden is helping out D.C. with the offense in New Orleans. I was waiting for this question to pop up here. And yes, it's 100% true. John Gruden is in New Orleans, and he's helping out Derek Carr, and he is helping out the Saints. I mean, I know Gruden is a football dude. Like, he loves football. He wants to be around it. Had the opportunity to meet him. Had the opportunity to meet Deuce many, many years ago, back in my time in college. And just sitting with those two guys, you're like, oh, yeah, these are football guys. So for Gruden to get back in the NFL world, no, it does not surprise me whatsoever. I will say this. It will surprise me if Jermaine Illuminor beats me in a competitive wing eating contest because I might not look like it. And this sounds weird, but my stomach has always been able to expand. And I think it shows with the amount of drinking that I'm able to do, with the amount of food challenges that I've won. And I'm confident I am going to beat Raiders starting offensive lineman Jermaine Illuminor. The event's going to be Saturday, June 10th. Save it in your calendar. It's going to be like $40 to get in, but the proceeds are going to go to a charity. You're going to be able to get pictures, autographs with Raiders players. It's going to be an amazing, amazing event from 5 to 8. It's going to be a hell of a time. So if you're in the Las Vegas area, look up Barcode Burgers right now. Amazing food. It's going to be a really cool event for a really good cause. Chugs and I are going to be out there. Please go check it out. It's also on my IG and my Twitter. Jason Hunter just wanted to say, hope you guys have a blessed and positive holiday weekend. You know what, Jason? I hope you have a blessed and positive holiday weekend. And before this mailbag started, I said every $50 super chat that comes in, I'd pour one up here. So, on behalf of Jason Hunter and behalf of everybody watching live right now, shout out to Hellcat Q. We're going to break out the Hellcat Q Freedom Funnel. Potbelly Mitch from Robert. I'll tell you what. My entire life, I've been able to eat a lot of food. I don't know why, but my record for wings, Jermaine, if you're watching, ate 76 wings in 30 minutes back in college. Oh, they were actually barbecue, but I don't know if they can even hear you. Probably not. Anyway, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on IG at MitchellRenz365. I'm going to knock back this Freedom Funnel here, and if you're like watching this not live, these are the reasons why you watch live. Every Friday, Raiders Happy Hour, it gets going and it gets popping. So, Chugs, take it away. Oh.
There we go.
Feels
we go.
Feels good.
Feels good when it's on the lips.
Oh. I like it.
Feels so good on the lips. Today, National Blueberry Cheesecake Day. Blueberry Cheesecake Day today. Scale of 1 to 10, Mitch, how good does this look?
Right now?
12.
Right now, I'm pretty bloated. However, if I were to dabble in a 500 milligram challenge again, this would be a 12.
Oh.
See, I got a sweet tooth. Blueberry cheesecake, low-key, love it. Like, I love blueberry desserts. Like, blueberry pie, I'm in. Rebel Montana says 10.
I've had blueberry, it was blueberry cheesecake, but it was a blueberry and white chocolate cheesecake.
Oh. Bro, when I was in Cancun, true story, and I might have already told the story here on here.
I'm not
but
shitting you.
They had, it's an all-inclusive resort, so the room service also 100% for free. There was, every night I did room service. So, like, they already knew, like, all right, this guy, he's going to go for it. But every night I would call in, and the one day I ordered, it was a cheeseburger, it was chicken tacos, and then it was enchiladas. And then I ordered, they had this, my favorite thing that I probably ate there, they had this, like, lemon meringue pie. Like, their lemon meringue pie could get it. But it was lemon meringue pie. Alex liked the chocolate pie, and then they always had cake of the day, which was always different. It was a roulette wheel. It was elite. So I'd order all those things. And one of the days they were like, all right, they're like, how many people is this for? Me. I was like, just me. I'm going to crush all of it. But, man, the amount of pie, the amount of shit that I ate in Cancun, this looks good right now.
Dude, I could smack.
1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 right now. Let me know down in the comments section, how good does this look? Let me take off this jersey real quick, Chugs.
I'm
you
gonna
give
say
some
10.
shout-outs here. You're
I'm gonna
saying a
say
10? You're going with 10.
And also, we have another super chat from Brandon Jasper. Missed yesterday's live, so here's the locals. Shout out for the best personal content, interactions, weekly pick'ems, seasonal, and more live shows. You know where to go. It's RaidersReport.locals.com. There we go. Let's see. We have a lot of 10s in the chat right now. A lot of 10s. A lot of loving. Ooh, hot peach cobbler with ice cold milk. Damn. Talk dirty to me, PG. Talk dirty to me. Love that. If you just joined and you're like, why are all these people typing in numbers? Because today's National Blueberry Cheesecake Day. 3, you must not like cheese. There's some people that don't like cheesecake. I don't know how. Cheesecake is amazing. If you don't like cheesecake, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. 7, till I taste it. 3, chocolate swirl New York cheesecake rules. Robert, a 3? You're telling me if I put this in front of you, you would be like, I'm okay. A 3? For me, a 3 is like, get this ish away from me. Raider fan says, not like I don't like blueberries like that. Rebel Montana, I'm lactose intolerant, but still enjoy. Funny, one of my best friends, lactose intolerant, his favorite thing, probably the worst thing for him to have is milkshakes. And he can't get enough. Mario, no way Cool Whip with strawberries filled cheesecake with blueberry jam and whipped cream. Oof. Martin says I had lemon meringue pie at Becky's near Crater Lake, Oregon. That was utterly epic. Haha, you did it. Okay, fresh banana pudding slaps. We had a little chat sports outing to a bomb barbecue place out here. They had free banana pudding whenever you bought barbecue there. Yeah. Needless to say, I needed to take some cuts after that meal. Because that meal was, it was something holy. It's something that you can only experience and only get once you've tried it. He's back.
I'm feeling pretty good. Wanted to put on the Hellcat Q jersey for this next segment because when this segment goes out, spoiler alert, it's going to be on Memorial Day, just so you all know. All right, so this is what's going to happen, Chugs. We got to get this segment done in the next 13 minutes. We're going to power through. That gives us an entire hour for Raiders Happy Hour.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, I hope you guys are ready. We're going to power through this one here. Shout out to Brandon Jasper. Shout out to all the real ones out there. And Hellcat, the boot deal, it's on the table for Hellcat Q for Memorial Day. So this is how this is going to end up going down. If you want to be on screen with me, I'm totally down for this as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Let me just get to a good spot here in my script. All right. You guys ready to get this thing going? Are you ready to get this show going? We're going to have post-June 1st trade candidates coming up. Post-June 1st trade candidates coming up here.
Oh, yeah.
What up, Robert?
Just wanted to double-check that.
Robert said he can't believe he didn't come up in the mailbag. Robert, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Oh, okay. Robert, I'm sorry.
What?
Love you, big dog, but as a producer, just a little bit behind the scenes, as a producer, my job is to, especially in the mailbags, we got to have like Raiders relevant stuff. And people who are clicking onto the video the first time, not everybody who watches our videos after the fact, a lot of the times it's their first time ever watching the show.
Yep.
So if I put on a question about the Raiders gong, they would have no clue what's going on.
Robert, I'll make you a deal, though, okay? My deal is this. Because I like the Just Gong, baby. I'm not going to lie. I like that a lot. We'll show you the special deal for the Just Gong, baby. And, Robert, if you take advantage of the deal that we show, that's what I'll call it. I will call it that in credit to Robert Jansen. Not yet. During happy hour, we'll break it out.
All right.
We'll break it out. All right, so coming up here, it's going to be Raiders trade candidates.
Little cold and then...
Little cold.
Okay.
Little cold, and then remember it's going to be sponsored by our new sponsor.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Not presented by, but halfway.
I got you. You guys ready to get this thing going? And then after that, hey, man, it's Raiders happy hour. We got to go for a whole hour, though, so just keep that in mind. You ready? All right, Chugs, here we go right now. Raider Nation, it's going to be Memorial Day, and all I want you to do is remember and honor everybody who has served myself, Chugs, and Chat Sports. We just want to say thanks to all who served. So I wanted to do this. Wanted to wear the Hellcat Q jersey. Huge shout out to Hellcat Q. Huge shout out to everyone that has ever served, because if it wasn't for all y'all, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here. Raider Nation, I want y'all to show some love right now to the vets. If you know somebody, if you lost somebody, please spam their name down below.
Hey, we appreciate it so much. Everybody who's sacrificed their life, sacrificed their time, sacrificed anything to help us do what we do, help us live in a free country. We 100% appreciate that, and there's nothing more that we can do. There's not enough that we can do to show you how much we appreciate you.
Seriously, so if you guys could take a second, say thank you to everybody out there who served, and just take a minute to remember everyone who lost their lives to help you live the life that you do. I got a lot of family members that have served as well. So from everyone, Hellcat Q, thank you very much. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. And coming up here on today's show, Raiders post June 1st trade candidates. We always talk about trade candidates on the show, and a lot of times when I do this segment, people get upset because there's going to be players on this video that, guess what, you might not think are actually going to get dealt. But I'm going to tell you how much money the Raiders would save, why the Raiders would do it, and I'm going to have them ranked from 5 all the way down to 1. To make sure that you never miss anything, get daily Raiders videos on the latest news, rumors. The link is below, and if you're a longtime subscriber, there's a reason why we have over 137,000 subs. Send that link to a Raiders fan and say, hey, go check out these guys. They make awesome content. Let's go right here now to number 5 on my list for post June 1st trade candidates, and today's show is sponsored by NordVPN. It's Malcolm Koonce, and one of the biggest things when you look at trade candidates is this. Would the Raiders actually have a suitor for Koonce? Like, would somebody actually want to trade for him, or would you just end up getting cut? He was selected in round 3 of the 2021 NFL Draft. The other thing that you're going to have to look at for a lot of these players, and for those that watch the show a lot, I like Malcolm Koonce. I think he's actually a good player. Unfortunately for him, and unfortunately for a lot of the dudes on this list, if you're not a McDaniels and you're not a Ziegler guy, they have no ties to you. For that, they can move on. If they move on from Koonce after June 1st, you can save $1.11 million, and you're only going to eat $249K. For the Raiders, that's a simple decision, especially since he played only 6% of the snaps on defense. He had only 9 tackles. Is he an undersized defensive end? Yes. Personally, if I was an NFL team that ran a 3-4 defense, I would make a deal for Malcolm Koonce because I know Max Crosby's going to make the roster. I know Chandler Jones is going to make the roster. You know that Tyree Wilson's going to make the roster. And then after that, they're probably just going to keep one more edge rusher. So when you think about that, it's like, all right, fair enough. I think they ended up keeping Jordan Willis, a player that they like, or maybe they still add another linebacker defensive end hybrid. Maybe it's like a Kyle Van Noy. I don't know who exactly it is, but to me, Malcolm Koonce is probably not going to be on this final roster anyway. So, and with every player that I'm about to bring up, I'm going to tell you how much the trade value is. To me right now, if the Raiders put Malcolm Koonce out there in the trade market, and if a team was willing to give them a 7th round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, they would take it. Hell, they might even take a 7th round pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. You can get any value for Malcolm Koonce. I do honestly think that the Raiders will try to do it. So how about this? You guys tell me. I want to know down in the comment section, and this is actually going to be the pinned comment on today's video. For those who don't know what that means, with every video, I pin a comment on YouTube, which means it's the top comment. It's the number 1 comment that I look at that I want you guys to go answer to. So you're going to get hit with a YouTube ad break. While the ad is playing, let it play. It helps me out, believe it or not. Scroll on down and comment a Raiders player who's most likely to be traded after June 1st. Coming up next here on the Raiders Report, presented by NordVPN, it's Amik Robertson at number 4. Another player that I like a lot. And I think Malcolm Koonce and Amik Robertson are both dogs. But just like I mentioned with Malcolm, Amik, not a McDaniels, not a Ziegler guy. Selected in round 4 of the 2020 NFL Draft. Kind of crazy to think that he's the only Raiders player still on this team from that entire draft. But if you move on from him, you trade him, you save $1.1 million. The reason why the $1.1 million figure is important for Amik, for Malcolm Koonce, because that's what it costs to get a vet minimum deal. So if you're the Raiders and you're like, all right, Amik's not going to make this team. All right, Malcolm Koonce not going to make this team. I can take that 1.1 and I can potentially invest that into, I don't know, maybe getting a vet that I think fills a bigger team need for this Raiders overall defense, offense, doesn't matter what it is. Robertson, though, 38 tackles, 2 INTs, 9 pass breakups last season. Showed flashes of good. He's also shown some flashes of bad. Undersized corner. I think he's actually done a better job in the NFL on the outside. The problem for him is this. Nate Hobbs can play on the outside. Duke Shelley will play on the outside. David Long Jr., who they signed, he's going to play on the outside. Jacorian Bennett, he's going to play on the outside. Tyler Hall, sneaky player. If he ends up playing in the slot for Hall and they absolutely kick out Nate Hobbs, I'm sorry, Amik, I wish you the best of luck wherever you go, but it's not going to be with the Raiders. In terms of the overall trade value for Robertson, I'm going to say, just like I did for Koonce, you would hope to get a 7th-round pick in 2024. You'd hope to at least just get something. And if you can get something, I think that would make McDaniels and Ziegler very happy. Now, guess what? Still got 3 more players to break down here on today's show. But, man, I got to show some love to our brand new sponsor here. Everybody spam NordVPN down in the comments because today's show is presented by NordVPN. NordVPN is striving to make the internet better than it is today. It can be free from online threats, censorship, and surveillance. Get your online security package now by visiting nordvpn.com/RaidersCS. Get 4 months for free by using that link in the description and comment section when you purchase the NordVPN 2-year plan. Anytime I talk about a brand new sponsor, one of the top questions I always get on the show is, all right, well, who are they? What are the benefits? Why should I do it? Well, you get online protection with a single click. And I laugh because my dad is always the type of dude where 1 click, he's fine. You ask that man to do 2 clicks, and you're in trouble. Also, you're not going to miss out on your favorite content, even when you're traveling. You can stay safe from malware, fastest VPN on the planet. And if you're like, all right, those are all things that I need, cool. What about best price for online security? Yes, I always look at best price. NordVPN won't track you or share what you do online. Your data is always protected by next-generation encryption. Get started now. Click the link in the description or comments. That's nordvpn.com/RaidersCS to get 4 months for free of NordVPN and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Any sponsorship I have here, I want you guys to look at it. I want you to think about it. And if it helps protect you and your family, hey, why not go out and do it? Shout out to NordVPN for sponsoring the Raiders Report. Let's go to Tre'von Moehrig now, number 3. And some of you are like, wow, did not expect to see that one. And, kind of like I've mentioned with Robertson and Koonce, I like Tre'von Moehrig, but Moehrig was not very good last season. We got to be able to say the truths on this show. You might like a player. You might root for a player. All these guys that rep this jersey, of course I root for him. 2nd-round pick in 2021. Got a cap hit of $2.2 million. And trading him, you save 1.4, but you end up eating $775K. This is not a player that I would trade. Wouldn't do it. I'm telling you that right now. I would not trade Tre'von Moehrig. But he was much worse in the Patrick Graham system than he was the Gus Bradley system. And when you look at the PFF grades here, the overall 54.1. Run defense grade. But what do I want in a free safety? I want somebody that can cover. In today's NFL, if you can't cover, sorry, it's not going to happen. And when he played for TCU, he was the best defensive back of the country. He literally won the award. But he had his struggles. The reason why I wouldn't trade Moehrig away is because, think about you're a rookie. You got to learn a brand new system, Gus Bradley system. Okay, the Gus Bradley system, the Patrick Graham system, very, very different. So now you get an extra year. 3rd year. The 3rd year is usually the year where the guy takes the next step. I personally would give Moehrig the opportunity to prove himself this season. But they drafted Chris Smith in round 5, who they love. They like him a lot. They signed Jaquan Johnson. I don't really think he's that much of a threat. They also like Isaiah Polameo because they think that he can play up in the box. What if they wanted to go out and sign a free agent, maybe like a John Johnson, who the Raiders have been absolutely linked to? What if they wanted to bring back Ron Harmon, who was really good in the Patrick Graham system last season? All I'm saying is this. Tre'von Moehrig is not safe. In terms of the overall trade value, I would hope the Raiders would aim to get a 2024 5th-round pick for him. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they're going to get, because sometimes you're just trying to buy low on certain players that you know aren't going to fit. But there's no reason to move on from Moehrig this early. I'm hoping the McDaniels and Ziegler give him one more year to prove himself. Let's go to number 2 here on my post-June 1st trade candidates, and it's Andre James. And the rankings here are based more on who I think is the most likely to get traded after June 1st. The reason why Andre James makes this list is not because he's not a good player. It's the money that you save. And when you can save $6.5 million and only eat $480, I think Andre James is a good offensive player, right? He's a good offensive lineman. He played 964 snaps at center last season for the Raiders. He's been the main guy, but this is a Gruden guy, not a McDaniels, not a Ziegler guy. And I know that the Raiders could use that $6.5 million, and they could invest that on defense. Which personally, if you told me right now you can get Kyle Van Noy and Marcus Peters, or name another 2 free agents at $6.5 million, or keep Andre James, I'm going to take the 2 free agents that I can get on the defensive side of the football. Has he gotten better every single season? Yes, he truly has. 62.8 overall grade. A pass blocking grade's there. The run blocking grade's there. But people can nitpick all they want at McDaniels. They can nitpick all they want at Ziegler. But guess who's the coach that I am the most confident in? It's Carmen Bracillo, the Raiders offensive line coach. And for Dylan Parham, he can play center. Greg Van Roten, he can play center. The Raiders have other players on this roster right now that I can make a legitimate argument would be just as good, if not better, than Andre James. So this is not I don't like James. It's how can I make the Raiders' overall roster better? And to me, I would trade him, but kind of upsets me because I know he's a good guy. Overall, though, if they were to make this move, I'd say get a 6th-round pick for him. Yes, he's a good player. The money, though, I don't see many teams out there wanting to pay James $6.5 million, essentially, to have him play center. But when I think about this move, I wonder, because last year I did a competitive, burger eating contest against Hankins. Andre James was there, and he kind of looked at me a few times like, I see your videos, man. Well, guess what? From what I understand, Andre James is also going to be at my competitive hot wings eating contest against Jermaine Illuminor. If he gets traded after June 1st, that might change. I don't know necessarily. And Andre, if you watch this, don't hate on me too much. Just doing my job. But if you want to tune in to our live in-person wings eating contest, Jermaine Illuminor versus me, Barcode Burgers, June 10th, Saturday, 5 p.m. is the time. All the proceeds that we get, they're going to go to charity. It's going to be a hell of a time. Chugs is going to be there. Raider Cody's going to be there. From what I understand, I was told Andre James, Colton Miller, Jonathan Hankins. You might find a few other NFL ex-Raiders players there as well. It's going to be a good time. Please save it in your calendar. Hope to see you there. Number 1 coming in here. No surprise. It's Hunter Renfrow. I mean, let's just be real here. Hunter Renfrow, to me, is as good as gone. And if you have a Hunter Renfrow jersey, number 13, I'm sorry. You might as well start looking at a brand new jersey right now. There's been multiple reports out there that teams are going to keep an eye on Renfrow. There were reports out there all the way back in, February that teams are going to keep an eye on Renfrow and Waller. Well, Waller already got traded. And if you can save $11.3 million for a player that, let's face it right now, we all like Renfrow. He's got injury concerns, which we know. He was not used last season. He wasn't. He had 36 catches for 330 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's not worth $11.3 million. And then I look at this Raiders offense this season. He's not above Davante. He's not going to be above Myers. And then overall offense, also Josh Jacobs. So you're telling me your 4th option is making 11. You're giving your 4th option in your offense over $13 million. With the amount of holes that this team has on the defensive side of the football, I would hope that they would trade away Renfrow. They could even just trade him straight up for a player, which is actually where I think they probably would go. So if they don't get a player, though, the overall value that I would aim to get is a 4th-round pick. However, the way that the NFL works, though, is DeAndre Hopkins was just cut by the Arizona Cardinals, right? He's cut by the Arizona Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins is a much better receiver than Hunter Renfrow. No disrespect to Renfrow. It's just the God honest truth. And if they couldn't get anything for him, it might have also been the money. But, you're giving up Hopkins at $19 million for nothing, or Hunter Renfrow at $11.3. I don't know if you're even going to get a 4th-round pick for him at this point. So it's kind of interesting to see where it goes. Before I wrap up the show, though, there are 2 names that can continuously get thrown out in Raiders trade rumors. Number 1, it's Davante Adams. Here's the thing. He's not getting traded. Just say it with me. Davante Adams is not getting traded. Get it through your head. Realize it. It doesn't make sense for Davante. It doesn't make sense for the Raiders financially. So all those, if you see people putting out Davante Adams getting traded shit, just know they have no idea what they're talking about. Davante's not getting traded. The next player not getting traded, Josh Jacobs. I will confidently sit up here and say that it's not going to happen. It doesn't make sense for this entire regime to move on from Jacobs. Every move that they have made offensively has proved to me that this team is trying to win. Josh McDaniels wants to make himself look good. How are you going to make yourself look good? By making sure Josh Jacobs sticks around. The only way, and I mean the only way the Raiders would even consider a Josh Jacobs trade if a team were to be willing to throw in an extra first-round pick. And when I say first-round pick, I'm talking like teams that you think might be in the top 10. Like, I'm not going to take a first-round pick from the Philadelphia Eagles. Why? Because they're not going to be in the top 10. So, Josh Jacobs, Davante Adams, they're not getting traded. So before we wrap up today's show, if the Raiders trade Josh Jacobs, I will fill in the blank. I'd go nuts. I honestly, there's a few times where I do these questions, and until it actually happens, or until like you physically go through that mental turmoil, like you don't know what you're going to do. But I want to know. If the Raiders trade Josh Jacobs, you're going to do what? One more time here before we wrap up today's show. If you could take a screenshot of this, also a huge shout out to our brand new sponsor again, NordVPN. If you want to get started with them, nordvpn.com/RaidersCS. The link's going to be available for you guys in the comments and in the description of today's video. But take a screenshot, tag me, tag Chugs, hell, tag Chat Sports. Appreciate everyone always tuning in to the Raiders Report. All right, Chugs, we got one more deal here. And it's now officially Raiders happy hour. So until you put the clock up for an hour, Chugs is going to put up a clock right now for an hour, okay? 1 hour. Raiders happy hour. This is the deal. We bought a brand new...
Today, the 26th?
26th, yes. We got a brand new Raiders gong. It has yet to be hit yet. The names that we have gotten are Long Gong Silver, Just Gong Baby, almost. We've had Raider, Ron Gong. I mean, we've had a lot of different names. Here's the thing, though. I want to show my bosses that we got this gong for the right reasons. So my deal is this. We always do the Raiders Report jersey. If you're somebody who's been sitting there being like, all right, man, I've wanted the Raiders Report jersey for a long time. Bet. Who's going to be the first person that has me hit our brand new Raiders Report gong?
Not only are you the first person to christen the bong.
Correct.
You will also get the naming rights to the gong.
It's big.
There's been a lot of names thrown out. King Gong, Going, Gone, Just Gong Baby. I mean, I just off the top of my head, I can't. There's a bunch of other names I can't think of. You know,
dude,
Long Zon Gong.
I mean, there
the
were...
The Ron Gong.
There was a lot.
The Chef Gong.
Also, we are 2 likes away from spinning the wheel.
John Gongler.
Hit that like button right now. So it is officially Raiders Happy Hour. So the deals, Chugs, let's get them back up on screen. I will say, we do get final say.
Adrian said, you guys do Zelle?
Yeah.
If you want to do that, hit me up on Twitter at Jeremy Chugs, and then I can get you connected.
Yeah, we'll let Chugs figure all that stuff out. But there's the gong, and then there's also the rest of the Raiders Report happy hour deals.
Adrian, it's at Jeremy Chugs if you want to hit me up for it.
So the rest of the Raiders Report happy hour deals are this. Every super chat that comes in.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter the value. We will take a drink for the nation. Every $20, Chugs and I will do a fireball shot. Every 100, I will do a beer bong. But I do have a bit of a favor, and I know it's a big favor to ask. I want to be able to send a video to our sponsor.
Chug shot.
Nice. Birddogs, because they're like bros just like us. Of us doing, somebody sending in a 100, and then us sending this video to Birddogs saying, hey, we're doing beer bongs out of your tumbler. That's what I want to be able to do.
Frank Martinez.
56 minutes we're here.
Haven't watched since January. How are you doing? It's going pretty good. Glad to have you back. Mitch just got back from vacation. Going down to Mexico.
It was a great time. Frank just said, damn, haven't watched y'all since January. How's life? Life's good.
Spun the wheel. It landed on a chug shot.
Honestly, life's good, man. I got engaged.
That would be amazing, Tyler.
What?
Cheech and Gong.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Demoke says, is it true John Gruden is joining the Saints? He's right now working with the Saints, yes. And Derek Carr.
Offensive analyst is what I've...
Offensive analyst. Yep. So has he joined? Yes. How much input does he have? I actually don't know. I don't actually 100% know. But, hey. Also,
our guy Martin just sent this to me on Twitter as well.
What do we got?
He said he's repping the old school.
The old school Oakland Raiders.
Let's go.
I mean, I have some old school Oakland Raiders stuff as well. Doesn't fit me anymore, which kind of sucks, but hey, it is what it is. Now, for those that are just tuning in, all the super chats we get go back to the Raiders report. Like Chugs and I, we're about to get our brand new studio here in a little bit. More Raiders videos. We don't keep any of the money. What?
You know the Larry Fitzgerald picture?
Yes.
Graf just put it on Twitter and it's like, that picture, and he's like, just saw Hunter Renfrow at the airport. What does this mean?
You should follow me on Twitter. But
did you put that same thing?
No, I retweeted it. But I thought it was hilarious because I thought when I first saw the pic, it was like, oh, going to be DeAndre Hopkins related. And then it was Hunter Renfrow. Shit was funny.
Shit was actually fire.
Shit was funny. PG2869 says, Nation, take a drink.
Raiders.
We can also play the area code game. I mean, however you guys want this to go down. Rebel, you've been, Rebel, since I got all your jerseys on today, I'm going to let you make the deals. What do you want to do today, Rebel? What do you want to get after today, Rebel? Let me put on my Rebel Montana jersey.
Oh, I'm down for this. Use hashtag Raiders with your gong name, and me and Mitch will give it a grade. Yeah. If you super chat, obviously you skip the line. Them's the rules. But yeah, gong grades for gong names. I'm down. We got 54 minutes to kill. We're just chilling on a Friday. I'm a little pregame before a concert. Let's go.
What up, Sean? I wore your jersey yesterday, Sean.
I think he was here yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Sean was here yesterday.
Oh, man.
Let me know. We got 53 minutes. We're just chilling. We're hanging out Fridays with the boys. Reminder, $100. We're showing love to our new sponsor doing a bird dog bong.
It's a tongue twister.
It's a lot going on. With gong and bong.
A Birddogs beer bong.
Yes.
Yeah, Birddogs beer gong. No, beer.
All right.
Birddogs beer bong. There we go.
Yes, see? It's not easy.
It's a nightmare. Say Birddogs beer bong 3 times fast.
So first one that's coming in.
From Robert, just gong baby. I like it.
Are we scaling it 1 to 10, or are we giving it an A, B, C, D, F grade?
Let's do A, B, C, D, F.
I'm giving
this
it a B+.
I'm giving this an A.
I like it. I'm B+.
I like just gong baby. Johnny Chef.
The autumn wind gong. I'm giving this a C+. I love the reference, but it doesn't roll.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah. I like it. Don't love it.
I'm with Chuck on this one. I'm going to give this a C grade, Johnny Chef, but it's creative. Raider fan.
King Gong ain't got nothing on me.
See, I like King Gong. Because the way that mentally I thought of this was, somebody sends in a $100 super chat, we bang, we go crazy.
I'm giving this an A-. I like it.
A-? King Gong? I'll give this a B+.
Okay.
It's creative name, but it's not really Raiders related.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. Tyler Whitehead, Cheech and Gong. Another one. I love it. It's a B+ for me. It's not Raiders related.
I got to give it an A-. I love the creativity. I legit audibly laughed whenever I saw this in the comments. That's a good one. Let's see.
First and foremost.
Oh, yep. Hannah.
Long Gong Silver.
Which also came in from...
It's an A-.
PG.
Yep. PG.
Long Gone Silver. I think I'm just going to give this a straight A. I like this one.
Long Gong Silver?
Because you got the silver from the silver and black.
It flows. It's an A.
We're a big long YouTube channel.
Yep.
We're all about the longs.
That's true.
So it's long, it's silver, it's gong. I like all of it. I'm giving this one an A.
You know what? You've really sold me on this one. Just gong, baby, and long gong silver. These are probably my favorite ones.
The real ones, no.
What about the Bangarang gong?
The real ones, no. I'm giving this one a B.
Yep.
Same reason of flowing. Like, it's got to be something that, like, I always think, as weird as it sounds, when players get drafted, especially in the like NBA or NFL, also baseball, how chantable is their name? Tyree Wilson. That's decent, you know?
Okay. So you're big, like, if the name fits.
Nesta Jade Silvera, like, that's harder. Like, Nesta Jade Silvera.
I'm trying to think of a name that would be really difficult. That's like a really good player.
Who's that baseball player? Saltalamacchia.
Jared Saltalamacchia.
Yeah. Jared Saltalamacchia. Like, that's not a chantable name. Maybe Saltalamacchia. Coop. Most chantable name that you can think of in sports. Also, if you don't want to go that route, you can do the short, like Luca. Like, stuff like that works.
But you have to be you have to be at a certain level to be known by a first name. Like you say LeBron, Julio, like people just knew Julio.
Kobe. That's a chantable name.
Well, but you have to be like first name like, notable.
Maybe the reason why he's not considered the number one player in the NBA, Giannis, least chantable name. Antetokounmpo.
No way.
Papaya Man, you're up next. Happy Friday, fellas. Mitch, congrats on the engagement. We need Marcus Peters instead of D-Hop.
I'll actually say this. I actually think DeAndre Hopkins would help the Raiders win more than Marcus Peters. That might be a hot take. But to me, it's just because DeAndre Hopkins is just that much better of a player than Marcus Peters at this point in their careers. I do think Marcus Peters fills a bigger need for this team. But DeAndre Hopkins is a wide receiver, too, with Jimmy Garoppolo, a quarterback that can't really throw down the field. And DeAndre's not really a guy that goes down the field anyway. It would make our offense from a potential top 12 to, I think you add DeAndre Hopkins, you're in that top 7 range. And having one of the best offenses in the NFL, I don't think is a bad thing at all. But Papaya Man, cheers to you, man. Appreciate it.
Tyler, once a gong, always a gong.
That's a mouthful. I'm going to give that a C. Tyler.
Yeah. I'm going to go C-. I like the creativity, but like Mitch said.
It's once a Raider, always a Raider.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
And what if this gong wants to be more, you know? Like,
I
what
saw
if it wants
yesterday,
to be more than a gong?
I saw yesterday Gong with the Wind.
Gong with the Wind's a good one.
It kind of mixes in the movie title, stuff like that. Also, autumn wind vibes.
I feel it. I'll tell you what, this gong is loud.
I cannot wait until somebody drops 500 and we can actually hit it. I've been like,
yeah.
I feel like I'm getting edged right now with this gong of how we can't hit it yet. Raider fan, Raiders gong to excellence. Oh no, it's just gong to excellence.
Gong to excellence from Raider fan. All right, how about this?
I'll give it a C+.
Chugs, I'll make everybody is. Here's the deal though, okay? I'm going to make you guys a deal, but we have to do the deal. We have to do it. We cannot not do it.
Like,
are you guys down? No, I'm asking you guys. I'm going to give you guys a deal right now to hit the gong. If you guys are down, say yes. If you're like, you know what, we're not going to do it today, it's all good, we'll save it for another day, that's fine. I'm with Chugs, though. I want to hit the gong.
I'm getting edged.
I want to hit the gong. If you guys are down, we'll do it. But I got to get enough yeses in the chat.
What?
I got to get enough yeses in the chat.
I have a deal that I was thinking of. I don't know what you're thinking of.
I'll slack it to you. I need enough. What do you think? Okay, so I just got a deal from Chugs PG says yes. Seeing a lot of yeses in there.
Tyler, Friday night gongs.
But we play on Sunday.
Tyler, I thought you started off strong, but you're just going for the replace movie title name with gong, which I don't hate. But, you know, it's got to flow right.
Honestly, Tyler, I think if you made a movie called Friday Night Dongs, Jeremy would probably buy that.
I would do wax gong, wax off.
All right, Juan Hernandez says yes. Rebel Montana says yes. Sean also says yes. So here's going to be the deal. We got 45 minutes to do it. I'm going to put my body on the line.
King Gong or Gongzilla?
I'm going to put my body on the line, all right? But the original deal that I had is off the table. Here's the deal, okay? Oh, man. So we're at almost 500 in soups.
2 guys, 1 gong.
We got to get to 1,000 in super chats today. Okay, so
Honey, I shrunk the gong.
We're 525 away. 525 away. If us together as a collective unit can get to that number, we will hit the gong. Okay? We will hit the gong. No jersey. I'll also do a boot because I really want to be able to do this. So, every single $100 super chat that comes in, we're going to do the beer bong. Like, when I say every 100, it doesn't have to be a single 100. So, once we get to 500, beer bong. Once we get to 600, beer bong. 700, beer bong. 800, beer bong.
Well, how about
900,
this?
Beer bong.
I want to help you out. We're only 24 away from 500. First one, I'll do a shot.
Okay.
And then every 100 after that, Mitch is going to do a beer bong
so
until we get to 1,000.
Let's get some questions in. Let's start answering some Raiders questions. Let's start playing some games here because I want to get this weekend going in the right direction. We got 44 minutes to really get this party going. Who's with me? King Kong. No, that's not going to be it.
Honey, I Shrunk the Gong.
We're just thinking of movie titles.
Who are you gonna call? Gong Busters.
That sounds worse. I'm about to bust a gong right now. I'm about to bust a gong right now. Yeah, I don't like it. I'll be honest. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna gong so hard.
PG, let's go. Martin's got a question. Are you sure that it's not I don't know what that is. Gong baby gong?
A Tam Tam? No, the site we bought this from is legit.
Yeah.
Gongs Unlimited.
Was that really it?
I'm almost positive because it said it on the box.
Oh, okay. I was saying I didn't buy the gong, but I know it was a steep price tag.
It was a hilarious conversation because I said, how about we get just like something that you can hold, like a small thing, like ding, like da-da-da. Mitch and my boss were like, if we're getting a gong, we're getting a gong.
Yeah, we got to get a good one. Like, you're not going to get a bad gong.
They were acting like it's like you're getting like a household appliance or something. It's like, oh, you don't want to get a cheap one or else you're going to have to rebuy it.
Yeah, dude, I mean, you can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, man, I got to crack my back. Oh, all right, Chugs.
Oh, Shane, gong, baby, gong.
Gong, baby, gong from Shane. This is a C grade for me. Is it a movie?
Something, baby, something. I don't know.
I don't know. How many people are going to be out at the event for Chugs and I when we go out? What up, Robert? Yes, it's on. It is on. We got 288 people watching right now. Raiders Friday happy hour. Okay. I can tell the deal that I gave isn't sitting well with many people. So, $50 for beer bongs.
Oh my goodness.
$50 for beer bongs. Every 50 that we get.
Wow.
I mean, at this point, I don't know what I got to do. Either it's going to be if we get to 500, so we're 20 away. We're 20 away from a beer bong. And then it was going to be at 600, we would do another.
PG, I am not going to the Niners game. But fun fact, I'll actually be in Vegas right before the Niners game.
For Adele?
Yeah, me and the fiance. Hello from the other side.
I know you and Danny like Adele.
Dude, she's amazing.
And I'm not saying that she's not an amazing singer. It's not my cup of tea, though.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like I think she is an incredible singer.
She's one of the best singers of all time.
I don't disagree. It's just not my
I said fire.
I won't sing her songs in the car.
To the gong. Watched it burn.
Yeah, I mean Adele might be in the room right now. From Martin. Maybe. No, and I think you can think somebody's an incredible singer. Like I think she's an incredible singer.
Great Adele as a singer. A, B, C, D, or F in the comments.
But I guess
if I've seen anything but an A.
But when I listen to music, I don't listen to it just so much for like I want it to connect with me. Like I want to feel what they are singing. And Adele, I just don't get that. I just don't get it.
Martin gets it. A fellow Brit. Oh, Die Hard. Are you serious? A C?
I think she's a good singer. Like nobody's ever going to dispute the fact that she's an amazing singer. It's just her music doesn't connect with me. So for that reason, I'm not a big Adele fan. I know you are.
Yeah, Martin. Drop the UK flags in there. Let's go.
Well, of course Martin is.
Okay, Scott, you're just trolling. A D.
Hey.
I don't think anybody, even if you don't even understand the English language, if you heard her sing, she's
an amazing singer.
That's good.
But you're not, I don't think that you're getting my point.
Michael Vasquez, Travis Scott better. Nice.
I mean, I'd rather go to a Travis Scott concert.
Not Astroworld.
Yeah, no, not that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that's probably not the one I'm going to go to.
Mitch was in the room, though, whenever I got the tickets. Intense process.
Yeah. Homeboy was tailgating for those
getting tickets to something like that or Taylor Swift nowadays, like any crazy concert, is like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like you're signing up to be an FBI agent. Like, you got to jump through so many hoops to get tickets.
It's tough, man.
You got to sign up for a lottery. Then you got to, activate your account, make sure everything's good. Then you get sent to a waiting room, and then you get sent to an onboarding room, and then you get sent into basically, I was there with Mitch. It said, I was in the waiting room. It said, join your spot in the queue at, I think it was 3 o'clock. Press this button. I was waiting, watching the clock, 2:59, 3. Hit it, 1,200 in the queue. I literally hit it at 3, 1,200.
Man, you did good, though.
Oh!
Hootie Lord! Saying stay thirsty, my good friends. Huge shout out.
We were talking about this earlier also.
To one of the OGs.
The Dos Equis guy. Where did he go? I don't really see him anymore.
He passed away.
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Shout out to Hootie Lord. If you don't spam Hootie Lord right now in the comments, you're not a real one.
This one's for the Dos Equis guy.
We are.
Rest in paradise.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer to the gong. We're getting closer. If we got a 500 right now, boot race with a gong. You in?
I'm down.
Boot race with a gong. I'm in.
Boot race, $500 Venmo, boot race, gong, and jersey. Hootie Lord. And you get to name it.
Depending on what the name is.
Yeah.
I might be a little strict on the naming rights. I mean, we got a gong. Like, we finally got one. It's been a minute since, I've been asking James for a while to get one. We finally got one.
Husker wants to know what numbers are taken.
For the jerseys? Oh, man.
Let me pull up. I think
there's a lot. I would say, so we're doing numbers from 00 all the way up to 99. I'd say 30% of those numbers are taken.
I do have to say, I don't know if this is completely updated.
If I look at it, I might know.
I don't know if this is completely updated.
All right, let me look. So we're about to show you every single person that is on the Raiders Report Hall of Fame. Yeah, it's not everyone.
Yeah, because I have the Smart UK, which is, I think, 67.
We just got number 88.
Yeah.
So 3, 4, 9, 10, 13, 14, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Husker Raiders 25, so 25's taken.
Yeah.
26, 33, 34, 44, 53, 60. Smart UK 67, 69. Palumbo's on there at 72. Long's on 75, 81, and then
88.
88's taken.
Do we have a 90? Anything in the 90s?
We have nothing in the 90s.
That's hard to believe.
Nothing in the 90s.
I would think 90s would be a popular number. I also have a 00 auto jersey thanks to Raider Ron. But that doesn't really count in this. I just wanted to say that.
I mean, Ron's on a different level, though.
He legit was like, want you to have a Jim Auto jersey.
Here you go.
Here you go.
I mean, if anybody deserves, like, that's the thing where the only thing that I don't want to do is I love all y'all very, very much. I'm not going to name this gong after anybody in particular unless it's, like, Ron. Like, that's just me being real with y'all. Like, that's the only thing where if you want to pick, like, Gong Silver, King Gong, something like that, that's fine. However, though, I'm not gonna name it after somebody who it's got to be Ron. Like Ron to me is the one person that absolutely has done everything. Yeah.
Pouring with my left is just so hard now.
Well,
George Rodriguez, before we get into anything else. George Rodriguez, Washington State Real Estate. If you're in Washington, I believe Washington State, go to George Rodriguez for your real estate needs. To my fellow brother and sisters in arms, cheers to those that are with us and drinks for those that are no longer with us but never forgotten.
Hell yeah, man. Cheers to you, George. Oh, man. That stings.
Good when it hits the lip.
I mean, it does feel pretty good. It does feel pretty good. So,
Mitch,
Brian says just name it the wrong gone.
Did you message? Did you message me or no?
I did.
Oh.
Brian says just name it the wrong gong then. Well, I don't know if Ron would want that. To be honest with you, like Ron, when I talk to him a lot of the times, like I don't want to speak for Ron.
Ron's like the MVP of the team, and he scores 40 points, and he's like, my teammates did excellent tonight. I couldn't have done it without the whole team. You know, da-da-da.
Yeah, like Ron, like getting to meet him in person, you know, it's a little bit different. However, I do like the idea that I have gotten, which just straight up said, you know, we could do one like where Mount Raidermore gets to choose because Mount Raidermore obviously, you know, does a lot for this channel, but you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Guys, I just want to say this. Could everybody right now just spam Husker Raider really loud in the chat? Can we get just like a few Husker Raiders going in the chat?
Wait. Before we do this,
can I get a few Husker Raiders going in the chat?
I'm going to need you to go put on a jersey.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Mitch will be right back. Spam Husker. I'm going to give shout-outs for anybody who spams Husker Raider. Because if you have been watching, you know what's about to go down. Queen Sarah Otto, Corey, Robert, FYE, Eric, diehard Raider fan, Cheryl Lynn Collins, Scott, Randall Carter, Jeffrey Kreischer, Tadashi K, Robert Jansen, Abi Barrios, Rebel Montana, Scott, Raider Dangerfield, Hannah, PG, damn Husker Raider. Damn is correct. Damn is absolutely correct. Peak Boogie, Short Dog, damn, Van Dam, Rebel Montana, Hootie Lord. They're all spamming it. And you know why they're spamming it? You know why they're spamming it? Because he just did something absolutely insane. He did something out of this world. And you know what? This one's coming in.
Well, I don't want to. See, here's the thing. Hang on. Give me. You guys can hear me. It's fine. You don't need to see me yet. I think when I want to do it, though, it's got to be like, you know what I mean? So, is there a way where I can get you on? If not,
no, I think this is the best we're gonna get.
All right, we got to think of another way then. So,
or wait, I can do.
Let's see what we got. We're experimenting a little bit here.
I can do this.
Okay, and then
I can do.
All right, hang on. I like where we're going here.
You
know what? I don't mind it.
All right. This one's coming in from
Husker Raider! Husker Raider! Gong! The first ever gong on the Raiders Report. Let's go! Everybody spam Husker Raider right now down in the comments section. Woo! Let's go!
Let's go!
Oh, it felt so good. It felt so good. Can you still hear it? Oh, shit, that might fall off the table.
There we go.
Oh. I feel like that South Park meme of the guy just covered in you-know-what. Husker Raider!
Let's go.
And in honor of Husker Raider, one, I got to put this on here. He gets the big boot, $500, which right now, you're good. Right now, Tre'von, Thomas Cleary, and then I'm going to say that's a John Borelli, all on the big boot. Put him on the big boot, Mr. Husker Raider. Let's go, man. That made my windows rattle. It's, I wish there's a times where, when we do this show, I wish you could understand how loud things are, and maybe you guys actually hear them. I don't know. But, man, that thing's so loud in this office that it just rattles shit. It really does. So Chugs is going to go fill up 2 boots. I'm going to lose to Chugs in a boot race, just so y'all know. But we're going to try to have some fun with it anyway. Shout out to Husker Raider. We finally got to hit the gong. New Jersey 2 for Husker. Yes, he gets number 52. So Husker, he claimed number 52, white. And he just wants it as Raider on the back. So I respect it. How about this, Husker? Hear me out here. We could do, I wear the Husker jersey, number 25. And then I can get Chugs the white jersey that says Raider on the back. So that way when we do a show, we're going to do that. You're going to get another jersey that says 52 that says Raider on the back. So that way I got Husker, he's got Raider. Well, it is. That's what he wants. Yeah. Okay. Chugs has got to go take a leak. So for those that don't know, every single $10 super chat that comes in while Chugs is gone, he's going to do a shot. You guys know the rules. You know the rules. He's doing a shot every single time. And here's the thing that Chugs doesn't know. Oh, I think I might be able to reach it. I'm going to dump the fireball shots into his beer bong. Or not beer bong, his beer boot. So every 10 we get is going in the beer boot. And we got 25 minutes left here of Raiders happy hour. How are we feeling? I feel good. Gong clock. I mean, if you guys wanted to do a gong clock, I'm in. Drink jugs from John Scheffler, $20 super. We could do a gong clock. What would a gong clock even be? Just like every $20 super chat that comes in, we scream your name and we hit the gong. That'd be something interesting. But I don't know. Gong clock. Like, I want the gong to be something special. These are the thought process I have in my mind when I do the show. You didn't add time for Husker. From Robert. I never said we were going to add time. This is the happy hour time is the happy hour time, Robert. No, he's not back yet. He's not back yet. PG says I'm drunk. You got 2 shots from John Scheffler. Yeah, I made a deal while you were gone. 10. Okay, let me get a full screen. I got you. John said the next jersey by the name on the back is going to be the real one. I like it. I like real one. Real one for life. Somebody said a gong clock. If we did every 50 right now, gong clock. Every 50 that comes in, we'll do a gong clock.
Only one.
What?
One hit.
Yeah, one hit. I'm going to lay into it. Actually, I'll give you the next one. Next 50 we get, you hit the gong as hard as you want.
It's not going to be that as good as yours.
No?
I don't even think I told you.
Well, you got a bad wrist, right?
I got my MRI. I actually did fracture my wrist. I broke my wrist. The scaphoid bone.
The what?
In my wrist. So
the scaphoid bone.
So there's a little bitty bone right here.
Yep.
In my wrist that connects to my thumb bone. That's the bone I cracked. And it's a really small bone, and you can't see it.
John!
You can't like see it in X-rays.
Yeah.
So I had to get an MRI. Actually did fracture my wrist.
So now you got to hit it lefty. The first ever lefty hit.
I'm going to the orthopedic next week. I think she's going to tell me I need to put a splint back on because I've been rocking no splint.
Yeah.
Last week.
I mean, if you broke your hand, you should probably put something on that, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense to me.
It's a pain where you played sports. It's a pain where it hurts. It's annoying and it hurts, but it's not like unbearable.
I gotcha. It's like you're like 75% strength. So when I'm sitting back there wondering why you didn't push a graphic, I'm like, all right, he's got a bad wrist.
I can do this one.
All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna do a John Scheffler gong hit. Every 50, I want to hit this gong a few more times. I will say this will be the only time that we probably do a gong clock. And here we go. Every 50 we get, Chugs is going to do his best here.
I gotta go lefty though.
Gonna go lefty here. When you're ready. John Scheffler, you got to scream it. Oh! John! 'John Scheffler! 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 dude. Wow. Feels good. Feels good. The gong. I love it. I love the gong. It hits. Sean Martinez! What's the gong? Here, wait. We got to do just like we do the bang. We got to yell. Sean Martinez! Oh. Let it rattle. Let it rattle. I don't know if we can put that on screen. I don't know what that is. That's graphic. Not Raider, but it's graphic. All right, let's do these boots. Are you guys ready to do some boots that were made for walking? What is this? This looks like Coors Light. Yes. Yeah? All right. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure. Cheers. Who you got? M for Mitch, C for Chugs. If anybody bets on me, I appreciate the hell out of y'all. That's awful. Oh, I spilled. Yeah, it was Robert. Engagement got me soft. I think the problem.
I think that's the opposite.
I'll tell you what. Yeah. The problem is Chugs is just. I've always said at the Olympics they need a regular guy. You know what I mean? Like you need a regular guy at the Olympics. That way you can appreciate how amazing the Olympic athletes are. Because if you're all Olympic athletes, you don't really realize how amazing they are. You put a normal dude in the pool. You put a normal dude out on the track. You put a normal dude doing any kind of event, and you're like, yeah, these Olympic athletes are incredible. Chugs is an Olympic athlete for chugging beer, for the boot. But when it comes to chugging, he's an Olympic athlete. We need more regular dudes at the Olympics. Can we get it started, for the love of God? Oh, John, so what's going to be the name of the gong? So Husker, in the comment that he sent me on Venmo, said he wants Mount Raider more to name it. So I'll get in the Mount Raider more chat, and we'll figure out the best name for the gong. I
think you bring them two or three of the really good names that we got here. Say, what do you think about these? If not, maybe they can come up with something else.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll probably give them like 5 or 6 options that we came up with today that all y'all threw in there, and then they'll probably decide on something. Chugs and I will get a vote as well, and Chat Sports will get a vote.
Tom's so hard right now.
Why is that?
Look at our chat revenue.
Oh. Yikes.
669.
Well, here's the thing. We got 17 minutes left of happy hour.
I want to get some questions and I want to get some conversation.
Let's get some conversation.
Hashtag Raiders. You can super chat $2-3. Give us your thoughts. I just want to talk with the nation for a second.
And while we do that, I got to go take a leak.
Oh, so you know the rules on that. Oh, no. I changed it. Oh, no. Okay. There we go. Now it's back to me. There we go. There we go. So I'm actually going to change the live poll. What are the names that I should go with the live poll? I know. Let's see. New gong name. Let's see. We have long gong silver. Just gong baby. What were some other ones? Just gong baby, long gong silver. What were the other ones? There were some good ones. King gong. That one was decent. What were the other gong names that were good? Howie Gong. I don't hate that one. How many what? So we did a 500 for the initial hit on it from Husker Raider. And then we did a quick gong clock, $50 for a gong hit.
How many do I get for that?
Oh, we got 2. Reminder also, it is shot clock. And just gong baby, I have that one. Let's see. I think out of these 4, what are y'all thinking? Obviously, it's up to Mount Raider more. They're going to figure it out. But I just put up a new live poll. I want to see what y'all are thinking for the new gong name. As we also had a 50 from Sean Martinez, gong it. You just got gonged. Whew. And Mitch, they were really nice to you today.
Thank God.
No shots.
I feel good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Appreciate it.
The 4 names that I put in the poll, which obviously, like I said, it's up to Mount Raider more. I couldn't think of all the
Long Gong Silver, Just Gong Baby, Howie Gong's fun, and then King Gong.
And thinking about it more, King Gong can work because we have Gorilla Rilla.
Shout out to Gorilla Rilla. I'll say this. I don't remember somebody sending in Howie Gong. Love it.
The Gonginator?
I would say a Zongong, Wrong Gong. I will give them Just Gong Baby. Long Gong Silver's a good one.
I like Howie Gong too. Howie Gong's pretty funny.
Howie Gong's pretty good. You slap a 75 on this bad boy and
No, we just get his face. Just in the middle.
the fathead.
Yes.
I don't hate it. I like the Howie. The Howie Gong's pretty good. Not gonna lie, but hey, you guys can ultimately let us know. I will say to the people that are sticking around to this shit show, shout out to all of y'all. I mean, it blows my mind at times that people watch what we do, and then it blows my mind even more when we get to these points in shows. You know what? Speaking of David Zahn, do you guys want to see the picture that David just sent me? Hang on a second. I'm coming around.
I can't.
Chill. I mean, this is the most David Zahn picture. Are you guys ready for this? Probably naked on his porch with a beer.
Let's go.
Shout out to David Zahn.
Third and gong.
Probably naked.
Gong the long way.
Probably naked.
Gong Madden. That's pretty funny.
Gong Madden?
Instead of John Madden, Gong Madden.
I get it. No, believe me, I get it.
Tom Gong Flores.
Oh, dude.
I think it would just be Gong Flores.
Gong Gruden would have been something.
Dude, Gong Gruden.
Gong Gruden would have hit.
Literally.
No, also the joke. Man, I'll tell you what. That beer bong I just did, or the beer boot, feeling some type of way. Definitely feeling some type of way. So we got 11 minutes. Let's talk some Raiders. Let's go, Viking King. What up, my Raiders brothers? How y'all doing? I'll make you.
That's actually a shot for me.
It is a shot for you. We can do some beer bongs. If you want to just ask Jeremy and I literally any question, it doesn't have to be Raiders related. At this point, you're probably like, honestly, I don't need any Raiders information from these guys. Any question out there? Hashtag Raiders. You don't need to super chat. Let's end this show 11-11 on a good note. What are we thinking? Robert, we're not adding time today, man. Just to be honest, I don't have the time.
I really don't. I'm going to a concert. I already told you this, Robert.
Yeah, I mean, if Jeremy leaves, that means I have to figure out how to turn everything off. And then right now, that could be either deleting the YouTube channel or turning off the stream. I'm not willing to take
the only way I would be able to stay is if somebody bought the tickets from me that I already bought. And they were about $1,000 each.
Is Adele tonight? Because someone needs to tell the guys out there.
I'm telling you, the strength me and Danny have had to not sell those Adele tickets. For what you buy it from Ticketmaster to the resale price,
it's insane.
I see why people scalp tickets and do stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
You can make bank.
Absolutely.
Somebody asked, what's your favorite burger from Whataburger?
Mushroom Swiss. And I can't get it right now.
Yeah.
They don't have them.
Mine, even though it hasn't been on the menu for a year, I think. The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
I don't think I've ever had it.
It was so good. It's bacon, onions, cheese, and then they have it was like a creamy A1. It's not the pepper jack sauce. It was like a creamy A1 sauce that they put on there.
A1 is legit.
Dude, but it was like, think of A1, but it was like A1 mixed with mayo. It was good.
I can get on board.
It was really good. That was my favorite.
Viking Gang, I'm doing well. Just got back from vacation. Newly engaged man. Feel pretty good. Though I am alone tonight. Alex is she's a wedding planner now. It's like part of what she's doing on her own. What?
Is it yours?
What did I say?
No, you said she's a wedding planner. And I said, yeah, yours.
Yeah, that's a definite. I hope I just get to be at my own wedding.
Same.
But she's gone at a wedding. She doesn't get back until 1 a.m. So Chuck and I, we're going to have a hell of a night.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is a big question. Martin, we finally got a Taco Bell in my town now. What should I order first? Crunchwrap Supreme, 100%.
Yeah, that's my answer. Crunchwrap Supreme.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
If they have shredded chicken, get shredded chicken.
The quesadilla?
Yes. You got to get shredded chicken.
Crunchwrap Supreme, shredded chicken quesadilla. I'll throw one more at you. I don't know if they have it overseas. If they have a Doritos Locos taco, you got to get that.
Doritos Locos is worth it. I honestly think, Taco Supremes, Burrito Supreme. What would you guys give Martin some ideas of what he should get at Taco Bell? Crunchwrap. I mean that's my go-to.
Crunchwrap is iconic.
Need another guest host to break the In-N-Out Whataburger series. It's tied at 1-1.
Oh, because
we did In-N-Out review. We did Whataburger review.
We haven't.
We haven't done a Whataburger review?
No.
No? I think what he's saying is we voted In-N-Out.
Oh, yeah. Actually, one more thing, Martin. You got to get a Baja Blast.
Baja Blast. See, I'm not a big drink guy.
You've had the Baja Blast?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not like a big drink guy.
Eric says die.
You might get that from Taco Bell as well.
That's actually free.
Let's go to Michael. Thoughts on Damon Arnett? Ah, man. This one sucks. This is one of those where you hate to see a player throw away his life. It's sad. It's unfortunate. I can't wrap my mind around the idea of somebody getting paid millions of dollars and, I don't know, wanting to do other things outside of it. The best word I can use is sad. I've talked to a few Raiders players that were teammates with him, and they knew right away that this guy, he's got a lot of off-the-field stuff, and it's unfortunate. It truly is. Robert, what if Brady comes off the bench with Jimmy Garoppolo injury for vet men because he still has fire Takes to the Super Bowl, first ever quarterback to take 3 teams to a Super Bowl. I mean,
Would that be the case? I don't think it's ever happened, but just
I off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't know. No team or no player has ever won 3 Super Bowls with 3 different teams. That I know.
yeah.
But
Take 3 teams to the Super Bowl.
I mean, that would be.
I don't think it's ever happened. I think Brady's the first
No,
quarterback to.
Peyton Manning.
Oh, Peyton Manning, yeah. Colt. No, yeah, because they won.
Colts in Denver.
They won against the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But those 2 guys I know have won Super Bowls with 2 different
All-time
teams.
worst Super Bowl too. That Seahawks Broncos Super Bowl.
Yep.
Sucked.
43-8. I'll never forget it because that was like my first year in college where I got to be the main, I guess, event planner at college for like our sports activities, and I did a huge thing for the Super Bowl. Nobody came because it was a blowout, an absolute blowout. Packed in the beginning, everyone was gone though by halftime. Queen,
Your Highness.
Your Highness, Mitch. How many girls and boys, it's not where I thought this question was going to go, did your mom have, in which order, and some for Alex's family? I've been good at guys what people have first. So, my mom, I'm the only child.
I'm going to spoil this for you. Mitch and Alex are having twins.
Maybe. Alex is the youngest, so it's only her and her sister. But they always say twins skip generations, so my mom, she's a twin. And my aunt, who my mom's cousin's with, twin. My other cousin, technically she's older than me because my mom's the youngest by like 27 years, twins.
And then Alex has twins in her family too, right?
Yeah, but I don't know I don't know them personally, but yes, but that skipped a generation as well. That would be scary. That'd be scary. I mean, personally for me, I always make the joke, like, I personally would want a girl first.
You're going to have 2 kids.
Alex wants a boy.
Raider and Nation.
No, that won't happen.
Third baby that comes out.
We do
What's
already
going on?
We do already have the names picked out though.
Really?
We have 2 boy names and a girl name. I think we want to try for 3, but she wants 2 boys and a girl, which I just want a girl. Boys, I feel like are a lot more pressure. I don't know. I feel like I'd be a better girl dad than I would be a boy dad. Maybe it's a hot take. I don't know. Guys.
Your son's YouTube channel could never get as many subs as you. How is he ever going to live up to it?
No, I just.
Dad, my YouTube channel only has 15,000 subs. How will I ever live up to the Raiders report?
It's probably because your descriptions are just terrible. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I know. We got 3 minutes left. Shout out to all y'all tuning in. Am I wrong for wanting a girl first? I don't know. Is that a weird thing to want? Like you and Danny. Boy or girl first? What would you want first?
Ooh.
I mean, you could always say, like, I don't care. Like, my dad.
Yeah, I mean.
My dad hates gender reveals. Hates it.
Yeah.
Hate's a strong word. He actually hates the word hate. But doesn't like gender reveals. Not a fan.
Yeah, I don't
Boy
know.
or girl?
I don't know. I mean,
First child. Be honest with me. What would you want? Type B for boy, G for girl. What would you want?
honestly, I don't care. I just really badly want to coach their teams in sports.
See, my only worry is I don't know if I'll have the time.
I'll be an assistant coach.
Scott says boy. Fair. I'd rather have a dog. I mean, Alex's mom did say as soon as we think about having a kid, get another dog. We might be getting another dog soon. We might be getting another dog soon. Oh, man. Triplets from Queen Sarah
I
Otto.
do have to say,
That's horrifying.
do you ever watch a video and it makes you like tear up and start to
All the
like, you
time.
feel it?
I cry all the time.
So there's 2 videos that I've seen recently that did it. One was American Idol, the singer, the one that just won was singing a song about his dad who had just passed, and he was crying while he was singing it. That just made me choke up so much. Because his dad had just passed, and he was singing a song about his dad.
Yeah, it's tough.
And I was like, my dad passed away whenever I was 20 years old, so I was just like, I was literally, full transparency, on the toilet, watching TikToks, started crying. The second one was there was a video of this guy from Britain's Got Talent, and he was singing to his 2 daughters. And he wrote a song called Daddy's Little Girl.
Yeah.
And he started crying while he was singing it with
That's
his
tough.
2 daughters in the crowd. And of course they go back to the daughters and they're like this. And he's like, Daddy's little girls. And they're like, I don't know.
I mean-
he started crying and I was like, oh my God, bro.
I mean, I cry. Alex makes fun of me, but I don't know. I cry a lot, which is funny because when I was growing up, I always like poke fun at my dad for crying and everything. I remember my dad cried at Ice Age. Bawled his eyes out. And he would come on the show and tell you that. Bawled his eyes out.
Hey, John, any 50 before the time runs out?
Let's do it.
We'll hit it.
Every single 50 in the final 40 seconds, beer bong. Beer bong. And then we got to get going. Well, definitely chugs. And the problem is I got to do a lot of post stuff. That's going to be interesting. However, Ice Age, Raphael, I'm not shitting you. John, he was ready. He was ready.
Spilled it.
I spilled it.
Party foul. Party foul.
Queen says 3 girls and 1 boy. My one cousin has 4 girls. Brett's got 3. That'd be tough.
That's time. John, thank you. Mitch is going to hit a beer bong. He's going to hit the gong. And after he hits the gong, that's going to do it for us today.
Ooh, I like that idea. Wait a minute. Here, let's head on over to the Gong Studio. Pretty soon, guys. Well, I shouldn't say pretty soon. In the year, hopefully in the year 2023.
Maybe 2024.
Probably 2024. We're going to have a brand new Raiders Report studio, which might be part green screen, part regular studio, but it's because of all y'all and all the crazy shit we do on this show. I'm telling you this, though, 2024 here on the Raiders Report, we're going to be able to do so much more shit than Jeremy and I have ever been able to do. We're going to have our own studio. It's going to be insane. A lot of giveaways, a lot of good stuff. So, I think you want to give a shout out to Mr. John Scheffler? You want to be in on this? I got it. Here we go. Yeah, Jeremy spilled on our computer, which, yeah, don't tell Brett. Nobody tell Brett. You guys can't tell Brett that we spilled on the computer. John Scheffler!